Hello, and welcome to On a Side Note Cooking.
It's on a side note, Tabletop, Orpheus Part 3. Link to the after action report for Mission 2 will be down in the description. But the brief synopsis is we went to a farm, got completely fucked up, and then time traveled. Moxie's dead. Aaron is still unconscious, and we still know absolutely nothing about ghosts.
No, Heather, we're not. You didn't just get a push notification. No, we're not streaming Orpheus right now.
Well, you don't have to be a bitch about it, Jesse.
So, Jesse, are we going to pick up exactly where we left off, or has time actually passed?
So,
because we left off literally standing in the lobby yelling that we wanted answers.
In this instance, because Aaron's corpse, well, body, is still unconscious. No time has passed.
Cool. We should probably bring him, I kind of want to drag him into the lobby and say, hey, take care of this.
You guys are in the lobby.
Okay, I want to go out and grab...
His body is flopped over in the corner.
Oh. Well, now that I'm done screaming at them to drop a bomb on Moxie's location, her last known location, because there was a fucking monster there. I guess I'm gonna tell whatever her name was, Muriel, that
I was gonna say.
He needs medical attention. Get him to the med bay.
Muriel, the receptionist, picks up a phone, dials a few numbers, as you hear her request medical attention in the lobby.
I actually made a sheet for the head nurse, but none of the assistant nurses, so none of them exist except for the head lady.
What, the doctor?
Fine. Yeah, we have the doctor. Dr. Stella Rothschild.
In that case, oh good. I'm so glad you made that name.
No, she has a second last name. That's her married name.
She married into the Rothschilds.
What is it, like Lieben? Oh no.
Hold on, I'm just gonna open up her sheet.
Liechtenstein?
Levenstein. Dr. Stella Rothschild Levenstein. They hyphenated their last name because he was a Rothschild and she has like 5 PhDs.
She was distinguished.
Good. Good. So
Basically
glad.
Basically saying the Rothschilds are not distinguished. That's right. I'm talking shit.
I mean, they are only the family that controls 100%
right,
of
that's
the
not
world's
important right
money.
Now.
So
yes. So medical, I hope, comes and does something with Aaron's body until he can actually play a game and we can, recover him.
After a few minutes of all of you clamoring around in the lobby, you hear the ding of elevator doors as you look over, and the large golden elevator doors open up and 4 bots drive out of it, painted white with red crosses all over them, as they pick up Aaron's body and lift him and drive him back into the elevator.
Can I tag along with them?
You're gonna be okay, buddy.
He did.
I mostly just want to sneak deeper into Orpheus, because so far we've seen the lobby, the elevator shaft to, like, some executive-ish lobby, where we heard Moxie get yelled at by the CEO.
Don't speak ill of the dead.
And that's all we ever saw. So I kind of want to follow these bots and see what medical's like. He's my patient, after all.
Okay. I'll allow that. Charisma and security.
Damn it. I gotta look at my sheet. 2 dice. Oh, 2 passes.
Wait, really? Nice.
Church begins to walk swiftly along with the bots to the elevator doors. As the elevator doors begin to shut, you attempt to put your foot in, and the doors open back up. As the bots turn around to you, and big unauthorized user plays in front of them on a hollow screen.
I just yell at them, he's my patient, and stand in the elevator.
The bots begin to trigger an alarm
Yes.
as lights begin to swirl around on all of them.
I just know.
I lock eyes with Muriel and say, agents are going to have to show up because I'm not leaving his side till I know he's not going to die.
The elevator doors begin to ding closed once again. They in fact shut in your face.
I was
hear
in
the elevator go downwards.
Oh, good. So I am going with them.
No, you're not. You're
Yes,
still
what?
outside of the elevator.
No, I said I stand in the elevator.
But he got 2 successes.
Yes.
And again, I was standing in the elevator.
Not in the elevator. Standing outside of it.
I clearly said I
Braced your foot in the door to keep it open.
Yeah.
And then the robots were like, hey, giant hollow screens, unauthorized user, womp, 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 step back, step back.
And I didn't step back.
I was gonna say, isn't that an important detail?
I explained that I ignored it and got in the elevator. That's why I looked at Muriel and said, this elevator's either moving or I'm waiting for humans to show up. They can kick me out down at the OR, but I'm gonna see as much of this building as I can, Jesse. I'll level with you. Agents can be waiting when the doors open and escort me back out.
That's exactly.
But I'm going
what's
down the
to
elevator.
happen.
So moving swiftly onward, I get a peek at wherever the elevator stopped and then immediately get ferried back to the lobby.
Fine. You profusely push your way through the bots into the elevator and stand next to Jarrett's body. As the alarms continue to trigger for what seems to be 8 or 9 floors going off inside of your ears.
It's a good thing I'm partially deaf.
Wait, you were deaf and blind?
I was
Yet.
only blinded. I was only blinded when you guys showed up for no reason.
So you guys are standing in the lobby. What are you guys doing? Because Kyle is on a sufficiently long elevator ride where he's getting tinnitus.
What's in the lobby?
What's in the box?
The lobby of Orpheus looks like that of a high-class building with large marble white pillars and a white marble floor. There are a few small chairs alongside next to large
Any doors?
picture box windows. There is
Drank too
2
much
elevators at the back of the room. The one that you saw Church walk into, and the other one that is just normal golden elevator door. There is a door off to the left that says fire exit.
Does it also say do not open door or alarm will sound?
No. Just says fire exit.
Alright, I want to open that door.
You walk over and push open the fire exit door.
Does anything happen?
No.
Oh, okay. Bummer.
Does he at least get a side-eyed glance from Muriel?
As you turn around from the door, The receptionist looks over at you questioningly. Sir, what are you doing?
I'm bored.
I see. Hold on, let me see if I can request some crayons.
You could also try to request the boss around here so I can have a word with him. I'll take the crowns too, though.
As
You
you
better be
say
like
that,
drawing on the walls with that shit.
you hear a ding as the elevator doors in the back, opposite the ones Church stepped into,
Oh, I was
open
hoping
up.
I'd be back.
Better be my crayons.
As as you look upon the elevator doors opening up, you notice a man in a black suit with a black tie, a white undershirt walk out.
Oh, great, more of them.
He's roughly 5 foot 5 inches tall, maybe weighs 110 pounds.
Fuck him up.
Please don't start a fight in the Orpheus HQ where they have
Yes.
guns.
Why not?
Long black hair, and his facial features are distinguishing of an Asian.
Okay.
So you're the new team, he says.
Oh, good, I'm gone for this.
Great.
Guess I'm
This
gonna,
one's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna need a new character sheet since we've replaced Moxie.
Have you guys ever been to the zoo?
Yeah.
Never.
Who are you?
Listen, my name's not important right
It's
now.
pretty important because I don't know if you're the guy who has my crayons.
Is your name Rick?
Crayons? I don't...
Better get this man his crowns, man. It sounds like
What?
he needs them.
I'm sorry.
Am I in earshot here?
Yeah.
You've been standing
You
here the
hear
whole time.
all of this, Orlando. You
Oh.
are standing in the...
You know what?
In
I'm
the
gonna say
office.
new team for what exactly? We've just been kidnapped twice now and given very little information. And the guy who did the kidnapping, by all appearances, is dead. God, we can only hope.
I hope that's in character.
He didn't say out of character.
True that.
No, but that second part was a little bit like God, we can only hope. Like a little quieter. But
A
yeah,
little quieter. Okay.
definitely said.
Respect the dead, Orlando.
Who the fuck is knocking on my door? Hold on, I'll be back.
Remember the dead, but fight for the living.
I can't wait till I get psychic abilities and I can just telepathically talk with Orlando about these things.
Try to get hit by a falling piano. That might cause that.
Can I just roll to develop psychic powers?
All you have to do
Gonna
is
meditate
use one of
for
the other
years
World of
until it
Darkness systems
happens?
to this.
No, I want instant access. That's why I'm
You have to
asking if
go
I can roll.
outside, do your occult research, get bit by a vampire.
So
I
anyway,
mean, everything he's saying is technically possible.
After Terry says that, I'm still asking, are you ever going to tell us what we're doing and what's going on? I'd like a little more information here because I got shit to do today, and this conversation isn't moving along fast enough for me.
Actually, what day is today?
Shit, what day was it? Today's Friday.
Good. I have off work.
You're a drug dealer. Make your own hours.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I have
Friday
off
would be
today.
your busiest day.
No, it's not my busiest day. It's the dealer's busiest day.
Jake's
And
a
that's
supplier.
not important.
Listen, that is character development, Jake. Okay?
Knowing what day of the week you're off. Really important.
Knowing what day of the week I'm off and knowing what day of the week I'm getting off.
I would suspect Saturday.
All right. You go back to the line after getting
So,
I'm
as
just leave it there.
like a champ.
Yes.
as you begin to question what's going on, the Asian man in front of you
That's
tells
not an
you,
Asian man.
No racial slurs over the team speak.
It wasn't a slur, it was a descriptor.
Anyway, Jesse.
Sorry. I tried my best.
That's never good enough.
the Asian
I'll try to
man
make a better dinner for you another night.
looks over at you.
No, with love.
Look,
I know.
we have an issue.
That's what Moxie
Okay.
said when he kidnapped us the first time.
We have a team. And we may or may not have sent them out on a sort of mission.
Suicide mission.
They haven't returned.
Returned from what?
That was
what
5
are
years
we
ago.
doing here?
So
Oh
we've
god.
opted to hire a new team.
Oh god, were we the
Okay.
5 years ago team? Did we have a big time skip?
I
keep forgetting I'm still not here. I'm on the elevator.
So I'm gonna guess that you guys are the new team.
Just say yes.
We need
Yep, we're the new team, so who are you and where are my crayons? I look over at Muriel. Dear, can I just have a pen?
He puts his head in his palm and frustratingly grunts.
This is literally our specialty.
Sir, I would be more than happy to get you crayons.
Thank you.
After you do me a small favor.
Ugh.
Better be the big 96 box of Crayola. What's the favor?
Well, see, we've discovered that one of the members of the team that we recently, or not recently, sent out has just resurfaced.
And
We need you guys to go find him.
what's his name? We can make this happen tonight. What's his name?
We're really good at finding people that want to kill us.
Yeah.
I think
We'll just
Jesse's
call him
okay.
Agent George for now.
Jorge.
Why don't we use actual names? More importantly, why don't you get into why we were recruited, how we were recruited, what exactly our function is?
Well,
Your function?
I sent Agent Moxie out in order to recruit a team of people capable of taking care of some supernatural things. And this
Here
is
you
what he
guys
sent
are.
me back.
Well, I
So-
can promise you that we are not outfitted for that. The only way we've had any luck interacting with supernatural things is the broken gun that I turned in, and obviously I don't have that now.
By the way, your gun, Orlando, after turning it in to Muriel and asking for repairs, will be repaired shortly, but is no longer in your inventory.
Yeah, I got you. I understood that. That's why I said our one way of interacting with them is kind of moot. So why don't you explain to us how these teams actually accomplish anything?
Well,
That is actually what it seems looking at these.
I'll tell you that I can't teach you that now.
Could you
Great.
tell me what it is?
Can my fun elevator ride be over
Nothing
soon?
vague.
Old
Outright tell us if you want us to
meditation.
go out there and risk ourselves for this again. We have one guy in critical condition already.
He did answer you meditation.
Sort of an intrinsic meditation. Either that or, I could put a bullet through your head and then you could interact with them.
I like this new guy better than Moxie.
Can I roll intimidation and charisma to get more information out of him?
Sure.
I love
All
that.
right. So 5. What do I do again? I forget what to type in.
Hashtag 5D10.
Walt.
Egg 5. How do I see my expanded? I don't remember where that is.
You have to set to expand, otherwise you just float over the eye. You
There we
have
go.
one success.
So I probably am not going to get him. I'm like, hey man, you need to tell us more information, otherwise we're not going to get jobs done here.
Man, could you give us a little more sauce on what we're doing here?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
Look, all I'm going to tell you
Is
is I need you
nothing.
to go out and kidnap a guy.
Oh, we're really good at that.
Please.
Just a
Just
guy, not a
bring him
ghost.
back here alive.
Can you at least tell us where we can find him?
Listen,
kill him.
Moxie fucked up the first one. Okay?
Yes! Acknowledgement! Sorry.
We,
Can I roll to, like, feel that psychic reverberation of knowing I was right and Moxie fucked up and just celebrate somewhere else in the building?
Oh, please crit fail.
sure, go ahead.
I don't even know what I'd roll.
Nothing good ever.
Perception
comes to
and
Kyle being
performance.
satisfied.
Perception and performance. 2. Ah, 0.
Good. You, as the elevator doors ding open in front of you, Kyle,
Yes.
the bots push you aside and move Aaron's body into what looks like a large white decontamination chamber. And as they do, they push past 2 doctors in white lab coats. And as you see the doctors, you exclaim loudly in front of them, "Yes! I fucking knew it!" They look questioningly at you and shove you into the elevator and push the door back up button.
That's fine. I do a little dance as the elevator's going back down.
Make a little love.
Exactly.
Get down tonight.
I really hope you guys wait for me. Because I don't even have a phone anymore.
Anyway. Will we have an agent accompanying us trying to kidnap this next person? Because it's going to be a little hard to just track down Agent George without a last name, birth certificate, social security number, all that good jazz.
Well, I asked you guys if you'd ever been to the zoo.
Is he an animal of some sorts?
Going to the zoo.
I love how nonchalantly that's a...
If you know he's going
A
to
valuable
the zoo
question.
and he's one of your agents, why do we need to go kidnap him?
Bing!
He's not
You
one of
hear
your
the
agents?
original set of elevator doors open up. As Church looks around questioningly, back now in the lobby.
Sweet. I just walk over to Terry and ask him to fill me in later.
I just want to
Give
point
you the
out that
quick
the
version
Pittsburgh...
now. They
I
want
just
us
would
to
like-
kidnap somebody
Oh,
who we know nothing about other than he's going to be at the zoo, and allegedly he's an agent.
So exactly like the first mission. Gotcha.
I just want to point out that the Pittsburgh Zoo is 77 acres, and it'll be very difficult for us to...
Go in blind.
We're just going to scream George, even though that's not his name.
George of the Jungle, right?
I hope that facepalm was enough to come through on my microphone.
It was. I heard it. Listen, buddy, give us more info than Moxie, or we're gonna get things done as sloppily as he did.
You want us to grab somebody. That's fine. You tell us why, and you tell us actually who, and maybe we can do something for you.
Oh, I don't even need to know why.
Of course you don't.
I just need the information. I've smuggled quite a few I mean, forget I said that.
The agent looks over at you questioningly, Church.
I give him the stink eye, but nothing else.
Okay. Well, as I was saying, you'll most likely find him in the petting zoo area.
Are you having us kidnap an animal?
He's a person, and we need him back alive.
Question.
Not in a traumatic condition.
And he's one of your agents?
So, wait, can I put him in a traumatic condition once we get here, though?
We're not sure whose agent he is anymore.
Church raises his hand and goes, "Hey, question.
5 years ago.
So how did you manage to locate him
Church.
now?
Moxie's the one who knocked that last guy out, and we've seen some fucked up shit. So you say he's a person. Does he look like an animal?
Yeah, how did you locate him now, all of a sudden, after 5 years of being dormant? Yeah, I really blew your mind with that question, didn't I?
Pat yourself on the back, Walter. Shocked silence.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking an out of character second. Hold on.
Everything I've said has been in character.
Yeah, ditto.
Please.
Oh, Jesse, out of character question. You never moved the texts forward, but I was trying to do research on this company. Oh fuck, no time has passed, so that won't have happened yet. Damn. Then other out of context question. The official Orpheus canon in the books, has that all happened?
That is long since happened.
Okay, but like all the stuff that canon happened. So
yes,
when I do research, I will know that Orpheus was destroyed and then brought back and then destroyed again and then brought back.
Yep.
Okay, so I can find that out. Good to know. So Orlando, when you say least improved corporation, you're right.
So anyway,
Ja, you almost ready?
Back in character. Forgot where we were. Fuck.
I asked how did you manage to locate him after 5 years out of nowhere?
Ghost science.
We didn't exactly locate him.
He located you. Good talk. Does he want to get back into Orpheus for some reason? Is he a security threat? What is he?
As we were trying to recruit a new team, anyone that we would target for recruitment would seemed to mysteriously vanish for no reason.
Then why are we going after him when we could just wait for him to come for us?
Because you're
I-
already here and you haven't vanished.
So he just gave us a pass for some reason?
I don't
would
think
assume
Moxie.
so.
I feel like Moxie just did such a bad job that he didn't realize we were being recruited.
Out of character. Yeah.
Alright, well, he's one of your employees, so I assume you have a dossier on him.
Was one of our employees.
Either way, you have something on him. Send us a picture, a real name, and we'll start heading over there.
Well, I told you a name.
Agent George.
You didn't give us a real name.
You said, let's call him Agent George. Don't be coy. Give a name, give a picture, and we can actually accomplish something, unlike seemingly the rest of this corporation.
Jesse, just say ding and tell him he got a text so we can move on.
Orlando, roll willpower.
Oh, Jesus.
Christ.
Of course.
Well, goddamn, you beat him. You beat him by 1.
As man reaches into his coat, pulls out a manila folder,
Okay, let's go.
and tosses it on Muriel's desk. I was going to tell you that this is all I got. But I'll tell you that it's probably going to be a little bit more dangerous. As he was an agent.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was it
Equipped
you
with-
said?
He threw a manila envelope on the desk and said, "This is all I got, but I'm going to tell you it's more dangerous than you'd think."
Of course it is. Never
Alright,
easy.
we'll work with that. Thank you.
But do you want more wine?
The agent was equipped when he left Orpheus in the first place. As I said, he's been gone for 5 years. May have picked up some new technological powers.
Sweet. Me and technology don't mix. Break everything I touch. We'll get along real well when we find him.
Oh, what happened?
With who?
Kristen Bell.
Yeah, I love her.
Oh,
The
dear
man
God.
slaps his palm to his forehead once again. I can see I'm gonna need some heavy drugs for this.
Hey, by the way,
Steps back into the elevator and the doors close.
that motherfucker.
Oh, wait, hang on. While the doors are closing, I yell, can you at least tell me your name?
Wait, whose name?
The agent who just left us an envelope and got back in the elevator.
Her. I thought that was a him.
It
Yeah.
was. He said, tell us your name," is what Jake
Oh.
said.
As the doors are slightly closing, starting to close.
Silly, you should know. None of the Orpheus
Roll
agents
perception
have a real
and
name.
awareness,
They're just
Jake.
part of one shared autistic collective.
Perception and awareness.
Collection.
Perception and awareness. So 5. 9, 10.
Opa!
And 8, so 4 passes.
I'm gonna down that flew off and hit you.
Ow!
My glass. I don't think you.
He got 4 passes, Jesse.
Guys, I'm being abused. Things are being thrown at me.
Yeah, I know, and I can hear it all.
Throwing popcorn at me the other day.
I don't recall this. I don't even have popcorn.
Okay, anyway.
Not popcorn.
Jesus Christ.
Forgot how
As-
to read. Oh, hey, thanks, man.
As the doors close, you can hear back of your head almost whisper-like faint voice say, Bayong.
What?
Bayong.
Bayong?
Bayong.
You gotta spell
Bayong.
that shit out for me.
Oh, okay, that's his name.
Well, he psychically said it to Jake, so none of
So
us know
I'm the
that.
only one who knows. What is it though? I can't understand what you're saying, Jesse. Bayong? Oh, Mayong. Gotcha. Good talk.
Since I was in the middle of yelling at him when he just walked into the elevators, I'm just gonna go over to Muriel and say, "Hey, Muriel, I wasted all my ammo on that giant flesh golem. Any chance you can get someone in
wait,
the
hang on.
armory to send me a couple of
Kind of funny that
26.5 millimeter flares and some 44 long Colt?"
Jason Segel.
1 second.
When they go to Hawaii and
Hey, also, Muriel, you...
something.
Oh my god. I can't even talk. Muriel, also, when you, if you ever speak to that agent again, can you let him know if we complete this mission, I expect crayons in payment?
You still never got those?
No. So you let him know if this is done, I'm getting crayons.
Oh, by the way, Muriel,
Sir,
here's an
I
itemized
assure
bill
you
for this last
there
mission we
will be
did.
crayons.
He promised me crayons, and this is not a joke. Gay. Mission completion, crayons. 96 count Crayola. Got it?
Out of character. Jake gets no actual monetary money
For
just
this
gets
mission?
paid in crayons for this.
That's fine.
Jake's rolling in fucking dough. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I
He's
want crayons.
arguably
By the way, I fully expect to be paid sans taxes because they have not taken any of my information down.
Jake and Orlando are the only two that make money
this is
without
true,
having to go to
Orlando.
work.
What
my
do
money's
you mean?
you
It works.
no, but if I'm working for Orpheus, that means I'm not out fishing, which means I don't get a paycheck. Jake's drugs will move with or without him being present all the
That's
time,
right. He's a kingpin, not a dealer.
and you are just getting paid by your cult for not taking the cult back over.
Remember, that's meta information, though. You don't know this.
Yes, and then Trevor is presumably a freelance mercenary, so unless he's at work, he's not making money.
I don't make money.
So Jake can just be paid in crayons, and it doesn't fucking matter.
So
In character. A few minutes pass as you hear a ding from the elevator door that the agent went in, as up rolls a automated cart, and out on it is Church's requested ammo.
Sweet. I reload my flare gun, reholster it, pocket the extra round, and reload my revolver, and I'm good to go.
You all look around and question the immediate, almost ghost-like disappearance of Agent Ophelia, as you
Right.
now realize that she's nowhere to be found.
I don't even question it at this point.
Yeah, kinda.
These agents are in and out so frequently, it's not surprising at all.
all right, so crew,
All right, so
we gonna split up
all
and then
the
meet back at the
futuristic
zoo.
Uber, right, and head to the zoo. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, we're not gonna head home first and then pick up our shit and.
I mean, I just got ammo from these guys.
Yeah, but what about Trevor? Is he healed?
Yeah.
Trevor's in sweatpants with bandages
I was
around
gonna say,
his
like,
fucking
I'm
torso.
in no. I got wounded, and I never actually like properly equipped. So
That's what I mean. Like, I think like in game we should like take a break, and everybody recollect, and then we'll meet up at a time and place at the zoo. We'll all meet at like someone's apartment and then figure shit out. Not my apartment. There's too much drugs up
You're the only one with a car, Jake.
there.
Trevor has an RV, I have a boat, and Orlando has a boat. I think you and Aaron
Your
are the only
boat
two
is
that...
still beached, Kyle.
Oh, yeah. I need to write out my fucking... I technically need to write out the after-action report and the itemized bill and hand it to Muriel at some point in the future. But so... Yeah, Jake, you're the only one in the car besides Aaron, and Aaron's unconscious. So if we're driving to the zoo, you gotta ferry us all.
All right. So is that a plan? Split up, meet up, and then how can we all get in touch with each other? And when are we going to meet up? That's the question.
Yeah.
Or is that just overly meta stuff that doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter, yeah. We all go home, deal with our shit, and meet back up.
As
I
you
would say.
all leave the, I'm taking a collective. You all leave the
Building.
lobby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all go home.
As you leave the lobby, you all split up and go your separate ways to go home.
I'm gonna walk back with Orlando under the pretenses that my boat is there. Slip my mind.
As a few hours pass, the sun begins to go down as it's roughly 9:30 at night.
Dude, it was... Oh, I guess it was like 1 in the afternoon. Never mind.
Trevor, you have successfully managed to go home and bandage your wound to the point where it is no longer affecting you, but
That's
you
good.
are still hurt.
That's not.
So does that mean he's not dealing with the -1?
Yeah.
Okay. So if someone punches you in the shoulder, it's gonna hurt like hell, but you no
Yeah.
longer whiffing rolls.
That's good.
I get back to the marina and get incredibly upset that I remember my boat is now beached, and I start hastily writing my after-action report and itemized bill.
The one that you already turned into Muriel?
Well, no, because no time had passed, so there's no that now is when I'm doing it. Because normally a week passes between sessions, but it didn't now, so
Ah,
I'm gonna
okay,
hand it in
so
next time
you
I see
never
her.
actually handed it in then. Okay.
No, the next time I see her, I will. I can't even go home
Okay, so yeah,
until they fix my ship.
Yeah, I'll take that back then.
But yeah.
So I assume you hang out on Orlando's houseboat and write this?
If he has some place for me to write it, yeah. Otherwise, I'm just going to go to the harbor master, who I have contacts with, and write it there. Doesn't really matter.
Okay. So it is roughly 9:30, and you all are in your own appropriate domiciles.
Except for Kyle, who's in mine.
Yeah.
Do I have to drive around and pick everybody up?
I mean, we could all meet up somewhere since...
Like the zoo?
Well, we'd all want to walk to a normal place so Jake can drive us to the zoo.
While, domiciling, I'd like to review the file.
Good idea.
Oh, the file that you never picked up off of Muriel's desk when you walked away 8 hours ago.
I grabbed
Are
it, Jesse.
you fucking kidding me?
No, Jesse, I grabbed it.
I didn't hear you say that, but
Oh, come
Jesse,
on.
I grabbed it when I was talking to Muriel about my gun.
I didn't hear you say that. So
Okay, I mean, I
it's
can't
fine.
roll
I'll
back
give
the
you file
recording,
now.
but...
Fine, I'll give you the file now. So, Orlando, as you look over the file, you can see a clear and descript picture of the man. He's 5'10", weighs roughly 190 pounds, has gray eyes, gray hair, and looks to be maybe about 45 years old.
Ow.
He worked for them. Does it say what kind of work, what kind of skills he has?
It says that is George.
Lopez.
It does not give a last name.
Of course it doesn't.
It classifies him as an agent and nothing more.
We got a picture.
Their record keeping is impeccable.
So there's not even redacted pages, it's just his height, weight, age, and a picture?
Yep.
Well,
General
that's something
synopsis.
we can at least go off of.
Yeah. I at some point during this time take the picture to the harbor master's office and make a bunch of photocopies. Enlarge them so they're on sheets. So I just have leaflets. If we want this guy to come to us, I can just start putting up missing persons posters.
Now, out of character, Kyle, why would he come to you if his face is plastered all over the place?
To stop us from putting up posters with his face all over the place, calling him out and making him known. If he shows up to kill us, he still showed up.
I don't know. Let's try the zoo first.
I'm saying if it doesn't work.
Yeah, I got you.
So we all meet up somewhere local. Jake drives us to the zoo.
So
Jake, what kind of car do you own?
M3.
Isn't that only a 2-seater?
No, it's a
Yes.
4-seater.
Okay.
Oh, I thought the M3 was.
No, and actually the newer ones are 4-door, so you're in luck.
Also, it's the year 2130, so it can arguably be whatever.
Old cars all he wants.
All right.
Alrighty, so let's just all say we meet up in front of my
Yeah.
apartment. How's that sound?
Yep. Oh, I thought we were fasting forward all
So
the way
as
to the zoo.
As you
Back in Die Hard.
as Harry phones Jake,
Walter.
Walton.
Walton! Damn it!
Walton.
You fucked up your own name.
Don't worry, Jake. I've changed 3 people's nicknames in my life so far.
Walton. Walton drives around and picks you up as you tell him to go and pick up Thor. You're just getting called Thor, man. Sorry.
Thorfinn?
Trevor, your name is Thor from now on.
Sure, that works.
Can I assume that, like, in the car ride over there, Orlando's character explains to us what he read in the document?
Yeah.
As you pick up Thor, you guys have quite the lengthy drive. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves in the car.
I'm going to share the file with them, but rather than talk, I'm gonna take the time to meditate. See if I can start getting close to doing whatever ghosty stuff they're talking about.
Okay.
I show the guys my pile of photos of the man and tell him the outlines of my plan, which is if I don't know what time we're getting there, so if the place is still open, we're just going to ask around. If it's closed, then we have to decide whether we're going to talk to the security guard and try to get access to the security tapes, or sneak in, potentially subdue the guard, and gain access to the security tapes.
Is there anything I can roll that, like, maybe I would have done in my free time to, like, try to, look up this person and figure out information about them?
Sure.
What would I have rolled?
Perception and technology, or occult and technology.
I'll do perception and technology. Those are pretty good. Only 5 again, though, of course.
Hold on, I need a sheet open for a second. Doesn't even need to be my sheet, just a sheet.
Okay.
So for
I
the
forget the hashtag again.
It's hashtag number of dice D10.
I'll wait for you. Roll.
Go ahead. Good. So in the meantime, whilst you were back at your house doing lines of blow, you sat down at your computer and thought, maybe I should research Orpheus and George. And then you immediately went to Pornhub.
Lovely. Thanks for taking liberties.
You're welcome.
I also like the case in this sort of stuff where you start searching the very specific terms and like your power shuts off and turns back on, and anytime you type the stuff in, your power blinks because the powers that be literally won't let you get away with it this easily.
Alright, so I didn't figure shit out. Great.
Right.
You also
Okay.
had no more information because me and Terry had the file.
You
Yeah,
guys
but
are
maybe I could have found something.
you guys are driving in the car, so feel free to talk amongst yourselves for a second while I, out of character, have to use the
Wonderful. I mean, we already did all of the talking that we needed to do. But, I mean, I guess we can focus more on the plan. So what do you guys think? Should we try and reason with any security guards? Because I believe we're going to get there at, like, 10 p.m. I doubt they're just going to let us go in. So do we want to try and talk our way past, or do we just want to choke the guy out and break in?
Try to talk our way past.
All right, but fallback plan.
Pay him.
Pay him.
Fallback plan, I'll kill him.
Oh, yes, of course.
I mean, Thorfinn was in the army and a mercenary. He can just put the guy in a chokehold and knock him unconscious.
Yeah, but I'm high.
Yeah, but,
But he's high.
I just don't think we should be going around murdering security guards, Walter.
I'll turn this car around.
We're not going to Disneyland. We're talking about murdering a man.
Yeah, and
Let's
he
go to
probably would have
Disneyland
murdered me.
instead.
Yeah, can we just
Let's
literally
just
turn this
ignore all
car
this
around
and
and just
just
drive
go
to Florida?
It's a pretty long trip, I feel like.
It's like
Road trip, motherfuckers.
a day and a half of driving. We can make it. Ditch everything.
The
Get outta
story would
here.
have to take a drastic turn if we just decided to fuck off and go to Miami.
I mean, we could really destroy Jesse's story. Really derail things here.
Granted, there is a Miami Orpheus office, so we could just literally leave our entire lives behind and go be like, hey, we're contractors for your company.
Are you guys any better than the Northern?
You guys any
Well,
better
to
than
be
the
honest
Pittsburgh
here, their
branch?
organization's so shit that they'd be like, oh yeah, something about your name is there. Yeah, that one's good enough.
You just have to go down and be like, hi, we're agents from the...
I'm Agent Moxie.
My name is Agent Moxie Blackman. These guys are part of my team. We're gonna need full access to this site.
Are you guys really gonna try to disguise yourselves as Agent Moxie?
No, Jake
No,
said he was
come
gonna
up
turn
with
the
a new
car
plan.
around.
We're going to Disney World, and I'm gonna pretend to be Agent Moxie in the Orpheus.
We're just gonna go down to the
division in
Miami
Florida.
office.
Oh, okay.
They
We're
don't
derailing.
necessarily know him there.
We're derailing everything.
Jake threatened to turn the car
I
around.
mean, if you really want to, sure, I guess, but that's going to be a really long car ride, so get ready for some dialogue.
It's only like
We're gonna do it in awkward silence.
Only if we can stop for ice cream.
Just 20-some hours of driving in an awkward silence. It's all right.
I don't know. I feel like in a 20-hour trip, Church would drive the other three guys fucking insane and get left on the side of the road.
Maybe it could be a comfortable silence.
Left on the side of the road with a bowl in his head.
Oh, I don't think you'd kill me. I think you'd just leave me for dead. Anyway, so
Ew.
we're at
Is there a
the
difference?
we're at the zoo now.
Yeah. For the conversation of just picking up and leaving, we're at the zoo.
We discussed going down to the Miami branch and decided let's at least finish this mission and get badges first.
Did my meditation accomplish anything?
Did you roll it?
No, you didn't tell me what to roll.
Meditation.
Meditation and occult.
Fuck, I was gonna level up occult too. Fuck me in the ass for free.
I was gonna level up my occult to 4, but I decided to wait till I actually get EXP before doing so.
Well, don't worry, because after this one, then you guys will gain a substantial boost in XP. Provided you accomplish the mission.
Moxie's the one that fucking killed the kid, alright?
Look, I'm just saying.
Jake subdued him just fine.
3 successes.
As you meditate in the car, Orlando, you feel yourself in a sort of presence that is unlike any meditation that you have ever performed before. It almost feels like your soul could slip out of your body at any second.
Man, having your bodyguard's ghost screaming at you for like 3 hours really had an effect.
But
So,
as you guys approach the zoo, you notice that around town, people have become scarce. And there are roadblocks on almost every road leading towards the zoo.
It's like 10 p.m. in Pittsburgh and half of the city's taken over by corn. I feel like this is just how things are now.
Welcome to your new life.
Almost.
It's slightly
is
more scarce than normal.
Slightly more scarce.
Just slightly, though.
As you look out the window, you notice an old-looking man in a trench coat carefully hand a young-looking man a package. As they glance over and see a car drive by, they both turn and bolt into the alley next to them.
Drug deal, good times.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's a chance that it might be one of Jake's and they would recognize his car, but
Jake, your drug dealers suck.
As you round the next corner towards the zoo, you what looks like a woman standing on the corner next to a light post.
does
They're
she
wearing
hang out at the docks
fishnets
ever?
And, a large red tube top,
Jesse?
and appear to have they appear to have fairly large breasts, but aren't fat in any way.
Does she hang out by the docks? Does Church recognize her?
No.
Oh,
Recognize her.
Don't recognize
The
the
hooker.
random streetwalker on the side of the road.
I don't really get into town too much. Is this what it's like, Walter?
Oh yeah.
Every day.
Oh yeah.
As Walter pulls into the parking lot of
Walton.
the zoo. As Walton pulls into the parking lot of the zoo, you notice that the front entrances, where the gates and the revolving doors would normally spin into the entrance lobby, have been boarded shut.
Sweet. Guess we're
As you walk up closer, you notice a sign that says closed for renovation.
Oh, well then we don't have to kill the guard. Let's get in here. I assume that there's no like barbed wire or anything on the fence surrounding. It should be fairly easy to climb over it.
Are there people around, or is it just desolate?
It's like 10 p.m.
It's 10 p.m., and no, in fact, there is nobody around.
Yeah.
Hear small crickets chirping in the background, but no other actual signs of life.
Would it be perception awareness to like look for security cameras?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 4. Whew. No successes looking for security cameras. Great.
I'll try.
Is the front door unlocked, Jesse?
It's boarded up, he said.
Boarded shut.
Yeah, but it
Board
doesn't
it?
mean it's not unlocked.
Wait, board it like abandoned zoo?
The sign said they're closed for renovations.
So she's an outcast now, but why does she have to dress like
Gotcha.
that?
Sorry, I'm just trying to find my sheet real quick. Just like what?
Are you actually going to look for cameras, Jake?
Can I? No, can I? Well, yeah. Can I roll perception
awareness.
and not intuition?
I mean, intuition would let him know where there's likely to be cameras, so he'd know
That's
better
true.
where to look.
You could check the most likely spot.
Go ahead. Perception, intuition first, and then perception, awareness afterwards.
All right, no
Oh,
successes.
that failed.
I'll look. Oh, I got.
Woo. 4 successes to know where there would be cameras.
Then perception and then awareness to see if the door's unlocked.
No, to see if there are in fact cameras in those spots, is what Jesse said. 5 successes. Well, Jesse, are there cameras?
And is the door unlocked?
So as you push on the front revolving doors of the zoo lobby, you notice, in fact, that no, they are not unlocked.
Okay, now what about the cameras? Do I see any of those, and where are they?
But as you push on them, you think to yourself, there might be a camera near this door. And you look up to, in fact, see that, yes, there are security cameras.
Are the lights blinking?
There is no lights.
All right. Good chance that they're not on. Even if they are, we need to find the security room and review the tapes anyway. So,
Nothing. Never mind.
how tall's the gate, Jesse? Like the fence around it
By the way, Orlando, what was that critical failure roll for?
to look for
Just
cameras?
looking for security.
Ah.
Cameras.
As you look around for security cameras, a small gust of wind blows a
Something into
storm
my eye.
of
I'm
dust
blinded.
to your eyes. You are, in fact, blind for the moment.
Just blink it out.
I blink it out.
Start blinking your eyes rapidly, trying to remove the dust from your eyes as you rub them unmercifully. Tears begin to flow down your cheeks.
So he's gonna be blind for the rest of this scene, but I'm trying to change the scene. How tall are the fence around?
The fuck was that?
I can't do anything on my computer noise.
Oh,
Why?
stop that.
Jesse.
Yeah?
Fence height.
8 foot.
8 foot.
Can we climb it?
I'm 6 foot.
Yes.
Jake, do you have rope in your car?
It is a
Or
chain
chains?
link fence. It
Or
is your
wire cutters?
standard chain link fence surrounding the outside entrance to the zoo.
Oh, well then, if it's a chain link, I can just climb it. What do I got to do to climb over it?
Or can we just climb it?
If it's a chain link, yeah, we can just climb it. We just gotta. I'm sure we're gonna have to do a roll.
I'll give you this one. You, in fact, do climb over the chain link.
Thank Christ.
I was gonna have one of you rip your pants on the way down for comic relief, but
Thank
I don't
God.
feel like it.
The session really needed that.
Yeah, Orlando's already partially blind, so let's just get over the fence.
All right, so we're inside.
So as you all hop over the fence, and I presume one of you helps Orlando to get over a chain link fence whilst he is blind.
Yeah.
How long is something in my eye?
You were just rubbing it, so you've got like those cool purple space lines and the zizzly lights when you're really rubbing into your eyes. So give it like a minute.
Yeah, you weren't blind for very long.
But anyway, so we're on the other side of the fence.
So as you look around at what appears to be the front entrance to the zoo, you see in fact a large podium-like map in front of you.
I'm gonna look for the security room.
So you walk up and you, in fact, look at this map, and you see that towards the back of the zoo aquarium,
God, I fucking
towards
love
the
aquariums.
left side of the zoo, the outdoor nature exhibits.
Where's the petting zoo? That's what we want.
Towards the southeastern corner of the map, you in fact see the petting zoo. And to the west side of the map, the food concession area, where there is a medical building along with an unmarked building on the map.
Security room.
Okay. I don't think we should
Maybe.
split up. So do we want to go check that, or do we want to just go straight for the petting zoo?
Go check security first. Probably a good idea.
Okay. At the very least, we need to erase that we've been here. So even if we can't find anything about this guy.
Everyone roll perception and awareness.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Awareness?
Yep.
2 passes.
3 passes.
Where the fuck is awareness? Oh, there it is.
Second down.
Third down, but
3 passes.
And the command's what? The number.
hashtag number of dice D10.
D10.
Awareness
Awareness of 5 total.
Yeah, someone drugged her in
Just 3 passes.
So we have 3, they have 4, or I have 2.
didn't want to cause any more problems.
So as you all survey your surroundings in front of you,
Started working on
you notice that the ground is made of cobblestone, and it looks like a fairly nice zoo, except for that it's been run down for quite some time. Feels like maybe these renovations have been happening for quite a few years now.
I'm never in the city, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay.
As you begin to take steps and walk towards what you believe to be the security building, all of you hear the tiny skitter of footsteps across the ground.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
They just got this one popular boy/bully in trouble for.
I'll wait for Donna to finish talking about her man crush.
Except it was like a statue.
So wait, I'm sorry. You said we noticed that it's been renovating for a long time, and we start walking to the security room.
Anyways,
We hear
they set it
footsteps.
off to cause a fire, and then they have one of the firemen.
Hear the sound of small skittering footsteps.
Very elaborate plan.
Yeah. What was that?
We heard footsteps as we were walking away.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, hold on. I need to turn Orlando back up.
Thanks, Trevor.
Hey.
It was.
All right, so anyway. Can we pinpoint them? We obviously all heard them.
Heard them, but you cannot pinpoint them.
All right.
It took 3 successes to hear footsteps?
We observed the whole thing. We gleaned some information about the park and heard footsteps as we were walking away.
I feel like that's quite the information for 3 successes.
Maybe I just don't understand the system.
You were also only half here.
Anyway, so do we go to the security room?
Yeah. Jesse.
Good talk.
Hold on. I was taking a drink. Jeez.
Don't do
Fuck
that.
off.
Forbidden.
You're not allowed to ingest things while DMing, Jesse.
You
Oh,
have to
yeah,
be.
no, I'm so sorry. Let me just hook up my fucking IV bag over here.
I
Didn't-
mean, if you
That
were
would be really
serious,
helpful if you could.
I mean, I did. They even have a bedpan. Jeez.
Wow.
don't judge
Yeah,
him.
I'll be ready.
Bathroom! Bathroom!
Oh,
Ah,
yeah,
bathroom!
That episode was hilarious in Spanish. Moving swiftly onward, though.
You, after a few minutes of walking, come across a large building on the map that was unmarked. And it sits right next to what looks like a hot dog concession stand, burger stand,
Good.
and a souvenir shop next to it.
Is there food at the hot dog stand?
Oh.
Like to walk over to the hot dog stand and inspect it?
I don't want to roll anything. Just if there's ghost food, I'm eating it.
Well, in that case, I can't tell you. You walk over to the hot dog stand and stand there staring at it. It is a hot dog stand.
Good talk. I go back to the
I'm
security
sorry.
room.
Can someone reiterate what happened? I just had to step away for a second. I'm sorry.
I was just asking if there was mystical ghost food at the concession stand because I was gonna make a bad choice and eat it.
So we got to the security room now.
Yes, we're standing right outside.
I didn't even know it was you.
I go up and try and open the door, Jesse. Is it locked?
These two guys off.
You walk up and
I should have
push on
warned
the
you.
door that's marked employees only. In
Ever, not just for
fact, yes, it is locked.
Hang on. I'm making
them
you
and their
a
rudimentary
priority
security.
speaker.
Oh yeah, I forgot I can do
Yeah,
that.
actually, yeah, you probably should have done that.
I did. You're a priority speaker now.
Oh, good.
So
Well,
you try to open the door. And what
Error.
happens?
so as you
It's
push
locked.
on the door, in fact, you notice that it is locked.
Can I try to break it down? What do I got to roll for that?
I'm gonna
Strength
help
and
him.
brawl.
What?
You're gonna help him, Kyle?
Yeah, we're both
Strength
gonna knock the door
and
down. We did
brawl.
this before.
Yeah, 2
Okay.
times.
So, whatever, Kyle, what's your strength and brawl? And then Jake,
Add
what's
5
your
dice
strength
to
and
whatever
brawl?
yours is, Jake.
Mine's 3, 6, 7, 8. Right?
Strength is 2, and your brawl is 1. So you have 3 plus my 5. So yeah, 8.
Christ in a handbasket.
1 success.
Well, you exclaim, "Let's break this motherfucker down!"
I don't think I'm
And Church
ghetto.
runs over, and both of you at the same time slam your shoulders into the door, and the door moves slightly but doesn't budge.
All right, now I want to shoot the lock.
No, hold on. I say, hey Thorfinn, give
Yo.
me a hand with this.
The last time somebody shot a lock,
Hence,
an office building flooded. Okay.
so I'm gonna say let's just try this ourselves. So what's your strength and brawl, Trevor?
Strength is 3 and brawl is 2, so 5.
So we're rolling 10 d10s. 2, 3, 4 successes. I yell again. I call Thorfinn over and then say again, and
Both of
shoulder it
you
again.
Reel back and put your feet up and kick as hard as you can into the door. This time, the door itself buckles inward, but stays in the frame.
Has it moved enough that we can reach through and
No,
open it?
just you dented the door now. You're buckling the door in on itself.
A smashing success.
Should we go one more time, Trevor? It's now damaged.
It's
so
moving, so
let's
you
try.
might as well.
Let's just try a
We'll
third
try
time.
One more time, yeah.
So those are 2 successes.
Oh, 2.
You guys once again bring your feet up and kick into the door, And as you notice, the lock on the door doesn't budge, but the hinges have begun to squeak.
I mean, if we can break it off on the hinges, I'll fucking take it. None of us have lockpicks, so that's not even an option.
Why did none of us have like shotguns with breaching charges?
because
Out of character. Stealth and security for lockpick.
none of us have lockpicks, Jesse, nor items to lockpick with. So, I mean, I'm sure we could just make the roll to randomly attempt it, but none of us have the tools. And the only person that carries around a small shotgun is Aaron, who's currently unconscious.
Incapacitated.
Granted, I do have a high caliber rifle, but that ain't
Question.
Why did you say that?
Guys, also out of character. I'm gonna take some storyteller liberty here. You could roll, perception and awareness to try to find materials, and then roll dexterity and crafts to craft yourself a lockpick, and then roll stealth and security to lockpick the door open.
That's
so you know.
more rolls than
The
we need.
number of successes that this system seems to require, that's unlikely.
I mean, I asked Kyle if he wanted to look at the hot dog stand, but he didn't want to roll for it. Instead, he just wanted to walk over and stare at it for a few seconds.
Can all four of us pool our strength in one final push to knock the fucking door off its hinges? And
Yeah.
combine all of our stats?
So
I'll
remember,
allow it.
My
So-
strength and
That's a-
raw is
So it's a
3.
we're up to 13, and Terry gets us.
I'm not busting through that door.
So we're only doing 13.
Yes.
Go for it.
roll 13. Better be good, Kyle, or I'm gonna punch you in the dick.
Cancels 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
As Church, in one final effort, calls for everyone possible to slam the door as hard as they can, Walt runs over and, with a flying drop kick at the same time that Church and Terry charge Church
Thor.
and Thor
Thorfinn.
charge the door, your feet connect with the top corner hinge as all three of you end up on the ground in a large crashing sound, because the door has flown off of its hinges now and is several feet back on the ground.
Doesn't
Notice,
matter.
in fact, that
We
the
made it
door
through.
was probably about 3 inches thick, and that the lock was not only bolting it shut once, but 6 times.
Oh, sweet. Alrighty, so we made it through.
You all clamber to your feet to notice that the building is dark. Very dark.
Shocker.
From the moonlight that glares in through the windows, you see that it looks like a almost reception-like desk area. In fact, there are a few computer monitors behind them, and it does, in fact, look like this could be a security building.
Awesome.
Are there any papers scattered around anywhere?
Roll perception and awareness.
Christ almighty. Two.
2 successes.
As your eyes adjust to the darkness of the room, Walt notices there are some papers on the desk in front of you. Walk over and pick them up to read that, in fact, you are standing in the security office, but the date on the papers is from 6 years ago.
Hey, that's before their agent went missing. Good to know. I'm going to look around for the security camera terminal. Not going to interact with it. Just going to find it. 3 successes.
Church, as you walk around the room and peer around, you You notice that the computer monitors at the back end of the room all seem to connect to one centralized server.
All right. I'm gonna call for Walt to come over and take a look at these computers, these newfangled computers.
Newfangled technology.
Until I level up and dump points into tech to offset my skill
Got so
subtraction.
much knowledge in there.
Okay, just look at him. What do you want me to do with these?
I think these are the security cameras. Can you try to, turn it on or access them or something? Whatever you kids do with computers today.
See if it needs a password.
So,
Is it even locked?
so intelligent in computers?
Honestly, if you're just clicking, just put your hand on the mouse, shake it, wake it up.
Jesse?
Yes, intelligence and computer.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Four successes. Oh boy, that's a six. That's a total success, Jesse. 100%. I better find the mysteries of where Atlantis is right now.
He's hacking into the mainframe.
I am. I basically just hacked into the mainframe. I sit down for 2 seconds and I hack into everything. Come on.
So
CIA access here.
you walk over and push a few buttons on what appears to be a keyboard, and then
0,
you notice, in fact, that it does nothing.
God
So
damn
you look
it.
under the desk, find what appears to be a power switch, push it.
See, I never would have found that.
As you push it, none of the computers turn back on. The room continues to stay silent.
We gotta find the main power. So, seeing that he's incapable of accessing it and turning it on doesn't work, I'm gonna say, well, at least we know that we're not on camera, because the power's obviously off.
I was nodding in agreement.
Good to know.
You didn't see that, but I was nodding in agreement.
So we're not on camera. We don't have to worry about showing up on here. So and do we want to go look for the main power circuit? I think at this point we should just go.
Everyone roll perception and alertness.
Oh, wonderful. Perception and alertness. That's 5 for me, thank Christ. 3 successes for me. Jake gets 3 successes.
0.
Hold on a second. So perception and awareness.
You got 0
Alertness.
successes?
Alertness.
Orlando?
Trevor
Yeah.
has 1 success.
2. I thought it was 7. Oh, -1. Yeah.
Did you roll,
So-
Orlando?
Or you hear, coming from behind you, small pitter-patter of feet on the office floor.
That's bad.
Harry, you in fact hear nothing, as all you can concentrate on is the dead silence in the air. While Church and
Walter.
I'm probably just gonna shorten it to Walt, you know?
You should.
Keep it simple.
So, Church and Walt both hear not only the small pitter-patter of feet on the ground, but what sounds like claws scraping against the floor. You both turn around and notice, in fact, a small, maybe foot-tall, bipedal animal
Damn it.
on the ground.
There's a fucking
As you do, it lets out a loud screeching sound that now, in fact, Terry, you can hear very clearly. As all of you reach up and put your hands to your head, you notice that this is what looks like a small spider monkey
Oh, okay.
squealing loudly.
Can I
That
kick
shit is
it?
dangerous.
I want to kick it.
I was gonna
Shoot
throw
it.
a computer monitor at it.
Oh, he can do that.
I grab the computer monitor and throw it at the monkey, Jesse.
Dexterity and firearms.
Why firearms?
I'm throwing something, and
I
that's
feel
the
like that
only
should be raw.
ranged.
That should honestly be athletics.
Yeah, he's got a point.
No,
Why,
I'm
why
gonna.
would that be athletics to aim
throwing
at something?
Your throwing strength.
Because it's not. But never mind.
Firearms is my, my ability to. There's no ranged. They call ranged firearms, so any ranged attacks are going through
I
firearms.
assume throwing would be athletic because it's an athletic sort of.
Well, then I'd only roll 3 dice, so I'm using firearms because I have 6 successes.
That's out of character. That's we never actually established what throwing something would be, because it apparently in the entirety of Orpheus has never come up or been asked about. So we were told by the book's creators to just roll dexterity and firearms if ever trying to throw something.
So Kyle got a lot of good passes that time.
6 successes to hit the fucking monkey.
Jesse. Jesse.
Hold on, nah.
Jesse.
How dead is this fucking spider monkey?
Please tell me it's dead instantly.
I want to see entrails all over the ground.
Church, you reach over and rip one of the computer monitors off of the desk. And in fact,
Now, hold on. I just want to give a.
let him finish.
No, I was just gonna say. I just want to give flavor. I noticed this thing, screamed, and then did whatever action Jesse is gonna say.
so you let out a loud, enraging wail as you grab hold of the computer monitor and lift it over your head in an immense feat of strength, hurl it across the room at the spider monkey, as in fact it hits it dead on and sends it flying back against the wall as you notice a large cloud of blood appear in the vicinity of the monitor.
They really need to keep an eye on these fucking animals. How long has this place been closed?
I just
Well,
imagine we hear
obviously.
a loud screech and then
You all see the scene play out as it happens right in front of your eyes.
And I just say, "What the fuck, man? It was the monkey."
I grab my chest, and while I'm, breathing real bad, I'm like, I'm gonna level with you. That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, clearly. You threw it out like a fucking monkey.
Oh, is it dead?
I would assume so much blood came out of it.
I'm not going over there to look.
Somebody poke it with a stick.
Yeah, I'll walk up and poke it with the muzzle of my gun.
Or you walk up to where the monitor is currently
Dripping
lodged
blood.
into the wall and dripping blood. As you poke the monitor with your gun, it falls off of the wall and hits the ground. As you notice the corpse of what looks like a spider monkey splattered all over the back wall.
Yeah, it's dead.
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
that's dead monkey.
Well, that's one less thing we have to deal with. Holy shit.
As you touch the barrel of your gun to one of the monkey's limbs, you notice that its fur begins to fall off almost instantly.
Yeah, it's a dead monkey, but it's a fucking weird monkey.
I don't like that. I do not like that.
I don't think that's supposed to. Now, I haven't seen many monkeys in my days, but I don't think that's supposed to happen moments after their death.
Jesse.
God.
I can't wait to write a journal entry for this one.
It's your guys' story right now, man. You're standing in this office building. You just splattered the monkey all over the wall. I wasn't expecting that, okay?
You're gonna have to give me a moment to reflect here. Church just killed a fucking monkey. Holy shit.
I think we should get over to that petting zoo.
Out of character.
So you can kill more things. Bring a couple of monitors, psycho killer.
Hey, that thing could have been dangerous. You've seen the shit we've had to deal with.
Now, he does have a point. Monkeys are fucking vicious, okay? I remember the story of letting them, like, ripping people's faces off and shit.
Fought an illegal war in Africa.
Out of character. I was not expecting the role to go that well. But
Church
Kyle
got
one-shots
spooked.
The monkey.
One shots the monkey.
When I'm spooked, I'm spooked. What can I fucking say?
Why don't you just, like, carry a bag full of monitors? That's more lethal than anything else in our repertoire here.
Yeah, I know. That's like the only thing that's worked.
Roll perception and enigmas.
Who?
Harry. And add in your meditation as well.
Harry?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What was it?
2, 3.
Much background noise.
Roll 6 dice.
To what?
You're rolling perception, enigmas, and meditation.
Okay. I can do this. Hashtag.
3 successes.
Oh, that looked really bad, but it was actually decent.
So, as Terry's quietly alone in a corner, he notices, in fact, a deep feeling within his body that wasn't a normal monkey. In fact, it may have been possessed by something.
I could have fucking told you that. Hence the monitor.
Do you tell us this, Terry? Orlando? What you feel?
Well, he had said that it was not a normal monkey already, so I'll go, yeah, I'm getting that feeling. Let me see if I can identify anything. And I proceed to try and identify something, get a location or any sort of information I can on what might have been possessing it.
Empathy and enigmas.
1 and 5 dice.
Two successes.
You feel that, in fact, this monkey was possessed, but not by something dead.
Guys, give me a quick refresher. When we were at Orpheus, Agent Not Moxie said that he could shoot me in the head as one way to do ghost things, right?
Yeah, Terry, I kind of don't want to kill you, but if you need me to.
There's another way too, right?
Oh, I mean, I guess that would be implied, yeah?
I'm getting the feeling that this isn't quite dead. We might have found our guy.
Oh, shit.
Did we kill another guy that we're supposed to be getting?
Shit!
No, I don't think he's literally him, guys. I think it's
He was a monkey. Look, we weren't told anything about this guy. He could have been this monkey. For all we really know.
Could have been, but either way, can I track my feeling?
I'm sorry, what?
Can he
Can I
track his
my
feelings?
feeling?
Yes.
What do you need from me? Or can I just follow it?
So, as you put forth your meditation, You, in fact, feel that this presence is not coming from this side. It's coming from the southern part of the zoo. In fact, over near the petting zoo.
All right,
They're
let's.
using whatever weird Orpheus powers they got to lead us over to the petting zoo. This is at the what part of the zoo did you say?
Southeast.
Right now, you're out on the west side,
And you said it's on the east side.
southeastern side.
I'm sensing them actually on the other end.
All right, let's follow Bloodhound Terry.
Terry, as you take off and lead the group, you all exit the security building and
And say a Hail Mary for the dead fucking monkey.
as Walt walks past the bloodied monitor and few limbs that are left of the monkey, he lowers his head and Father, Son, and Holy Ghosts across his chest and walks out.
Good.
That's normal.
You all find yourselves walking across the zoo, and as you do, the smell in the air begins to get rotten.
Well, this is familiar, and I hate it.
In
Yeah.
fact, Church, you recognize it as being dead meat.
Oh, well then maybe I don't hate it. Although it's not dead fish, so because that's what I'm used to, being a fisherman.
Like dead
and all.
corpses kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of dead meat. Like
Like hunting in Africa dead, or
or like Warzone kind of dead.
No, like dead as in a corpse has been sitting around for a while.
We're talking like
Okay.
humans or dead spider monkeys.
yeah, like there's definitely a different scent.
Would you like to roll to pick that out?
I mean, I feel like
That's
he
not my
would.
forte.
All right, Trevor, you roll to identify if it's human. I'll roll to identify if it's animal, since
Alright.
you've been in the war zones and I've been around lots of dead animals. So
Yeah,
what are we rolling for this?
Perception awareness.
perception awareness.
So I'm rolling a d4, and I have a negative
Who is
1,
farting?
and then
I have a
Thorfinn.
feeling that was you.
One pass.
1 success for Trevor.
God bless you, Donna.
That was Orlando.
No, Blastadana.
All right, Jesse, I got a negative 1, so I assume I take a real deep breath and fucking start sneezing my head off.
Start hacking up alarm.
And more like, but yeah.
Thor and Church both take long, deep inhales,
That's disgusting.
and Thor says, "Well, that's not human." And
Trust me, I know what a dead, rotting human smells like.
you immediately get a queasy feeling in your stomach as you feel vomit retch up through your throat.
What are we near? Hold on.
You
What are we?
spit it on the ground
No.
in front of you.
What are we near?
Why can't I
You're,
vomit
you're
on
not
the
near anything. You're walking in a wide open part of the zoo.
Oh, well then yeah, I'm just gonna. I was gonna say if we were near any like thing important, I was just gonna puke on the most important looking thing. But yeah, I'll just puke on the ground. That's fine.
Can I puke
I
on
don't
Church?
know. Jake looks pretty important.
No, Jake didn't fuck up a roll. He doesn't have to be pulled into this.
But you
But-
did.
Thor, you notice that the smell is not coming from the direction that you're walking in.
Oh, that's good.
You gonna speak
Is
up,
that a
Mr.
good thing?
Bloodhound?
Yeah, speak up, you bloodhound. Yeah, no. Smells, I think we're getting away from the smell. It's kind of getting a little fainter.
Well, I'm not tracking the smell. I'm tracking his whatever sort of presence was possessing the creature, the monkey.
I suppose that is
If we're getting
true.
away from it, and it's definitely not human, we're probably smelling the decaying corpse of that monkey.
Or other dead things.
Or other dead animals. Who fucking knows? It's a zoo. It's a zoo that clearly looks abandoned for far too long.
Alright, I guess let's just keep
As-
following the presence for now.
Okay.
We
As you begin continuing to follow along Terry's trail of
Mindscape.
metaphysical
Spiritual.
entities.
I'm not religious. I'm spiritual.
I forget what the joke was for that. I actually had a joke for that whenever somebody says that, but now I fucking forgot. So
What is this, Archer?
yeah, something like that.
Anywho,
As you're all following along, Church, roll dexterity and athletics.
Oh, great.
oh, this is not gonna be good.
Dex and athletics?
Yep.
Can I substitute this for something else?
I'll be right back.
Add in your perception as well.
3 passes then. 3 passes to my incredibly low score.
As you're walking towards the petting zoo area, you hear a rustling bushes. As you do, you quick look over, notice a glint moonlight. As you do, quick turn to the side in an instinctive reflex as you hear the whizzing sound of something fly past your head.
I want to throw another computer monitor.
Didn't bring one.
It didn't hit me. I'm just
Didn't
gonna draw.
hit you.
I'm gonna draw my gun and holler out to it. What the fuck is that? Come out, or I'll shoot.
Don't piss
All
it
of you
off.
notice Church stop as he spins around rapidly and points his gun towards the bushes middle of the zoo. No response comes from the bushes.
Did anyone else hear the thing just fly past my head? Or am I going crazy?
Going crazy.
Fuck, not again. Anyone else have anything to add, or
I didn't
What,
see shit, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
there's something
Yeah,
in those
how did
bushes,
you see
motherfucker?
shit?
How far away are these bushes?
How many rounds do you got?
The bushes are roughly
7
20
between my
yards
2
away
guns.
from you.
Okay, well my rifle has a scope, so let me just look at them.
Is it an IR scope, Trevor?
No, it's just a fucking scope here.
Fucking bummer.
Yeah.
Thank you for a link to whatever firearm you're using.
Trevor.
Yo.
Yo ho.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you to roll perception and dexterity for that.
Alright. Perception and dexterity, so...
roll 7 dice, you know, no big deal.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. 1, 2, 3,
5
4,
successes.
5, 6. Aren't tens twos?
Yes.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes. 6, but you have a 1, which negates one of them,
the
so
6.
5
I missed the
successes.
6. My mouse is hovering over it.
Yeah.
So you quickly pull the rifle from, I assume, your back.
Oh,
got
no,
it
I've
slung
been
over his
carrying it this
shoulder.
whole time.
Oh,
You've just
okay.
been openly carrying this rifle the whole time?
Why not?
Okay.
the middle of the night. We're in the middle of a zoo. We
And
already had.
and he did mention that he did have it out in the security office.
I
Yes,
did- I
he
didn't-
did poke he poked the body with it. Remember?
Yeah.
I honestly I thought he was poking it with his pistol.
No, he said his,
Oh,
his
yeah.
rifle.
Well, in that case, I'm sorry.
That's
So
anyway.
you raise your rifle to your eye and take a look at the bushes, and you notice that through some of the leaves of the bushes, what you can identify as an infrared blip,
A what?
and instantly it vanishes.
So you
Alright.
saw an IR flash and then it
What did
poofed
you
out.
see?
Yeah.
What are you looking at? What did you see?
Yeah, there's definitely something in that bush, but it vanished the moment I saw it. So a little like.
All right, out of character,
blip.
it's physically impossible for a human to see infrared in character.
That is true. This is very true.
No, if you've ever seen IR strobes, like yeah, you can't see the flash, but you can see a little bit of electricity in the LEDs normally.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well,
Like
I saw that.
The LEDs have exothermic heat. Anyway,
So yeah. So I saw
A blip.
a small flash in the bushes over there. So there definitely was something, but it's gone now. Whatever it was.
I don't like that.
I'm
Okay.
getting called away. Sorry.
What-
I'm at the end.
Okay.
Uh,
Out of character. Time pause.
because he's okay.
I mean, the actions are with you and him right now at this point. You're both standing there aiming guns at a bush, so I can't really continue the story until he comes back.
I mean, arguably, any of the other guys could be like, "I'm gonna go look at it and see what it is."
Is there anything I can roll to
Sure,
try to
if anyone wants to do anything in the meantime that isn't
intuition
walking
and
away
perception.
from the situation,
Intuition and perception.
or
To,
I'm what are you trying to perceive?
I'm trying to perceive what's over there, and I'm using my intuition to see if I can realize what it was and try to like make sense of what it was.
Okay, sure.
3. Boy, that was a good roll.
2,
Even with
4,
the one failure, that
6.
was still a really good roll.
Look at that. The dice aren't angry with you
So
anymore.
As Thor exclaims that he did in fact see some sort of flash or blip in the bushes, Walt can't help but hear a rustling in the very same bushes. And just as fast as Thor noticed the blip vanish, Walt hear footsteps, and they sound human.
Can I ask it to come out and show itself? Do I have to roll, or can I just say that?
I mean, you say that.
Okay.
So you do, in fact, scream at the bush for whatever
Well, no,
is in it.
No, so wait, what I want to say is, I know you're there, I can hear you, we've seen you, come out. I know you're there.
There's no response from the bushes.
Can I try to pinpoint exactly where it is based on
Sure.
these sounds? So would that be
Perception, intuition.
Also, if it's not implied, I tell everybody, like, quietly that, like, hey, I know there's a human around us, I heard it, obviously, if that's not implied.
nothing? I can't pinpoint it.
So that's not implied.
Oh.
Out of character. Anything that happens specifically to you, Jake, the group doesn't know about until you role play it out.
Well, no. Well, I said out loud, which is why I'm saying it's implied that, like, hey, I clearly saw it. You guys know that I saw it and I could hear it. But I said I heard footsteps.
Yeah.
And I know it's human.
So yeah, when you exclaim that in fact you know something's there, it's implied that something is there, but you would have to, yes, role play out that in fact you recognize it as being human footsteps.
Okay, but so I can't identify it. Jake, try and pinpoint it and like maybe tackle it like you did last time.
With what?
I mean, pinpoint it with your brain and then tackle it with your body.
Intuition and
what?
awareness.
Intuition and awareness?
Yep. Trying to pinpoint the location of it.
And tackle it, apparently.
Well, that's just my
I mean, that's up to
suggestion.
you.
3.
3 successes.
Notice that the sound of the footsteps trailed off, but back towards the aquarium.
I tell everybody what I hear.
Okay.
How about hang on?
I mean, be nicer to role play that out, but
It's just easier to say that right now. Because I'm thinking. What about Orlando? Because are we still headed toward the petting zoo, or do we want to investigate to the?
Well, unless
okay, so-
Orlando
hold on,
kept
wait.
walking the whole time, I assumed all of you guys stopped
Yeah,
when
that's
Church
fine.
whipped
So-
around.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
role play
that's
out.
fair.
I'm gonna role play this out really quick, and then this is directed to Orlando, so you can answer me. Okay, I heard it, I saw it, I know where it is. The footsteps trailed off to the aquarium. Do we want to head to the aquarium, or do we want to keep going forward to the petting zoo? Terry, what do you feel? Do you feel that it's still going toward the petting zoo, or has it moved location?
I don't know. Presumably, I'm following something. What do I feel, Jesse?
Meditation and perception to continue to try to perceive where it went.
Enigmas too?
No. You're already in tune that it was something of that. Now you just need to keep meditation going. And you're trying to, perceive where else it is. So just meditation and
I can't get a feel on it. I don't know.
It moved and you can't
The
reacquire.
best I can tell you is that it was in the southeast. I don't know if it would have passed us or what.
Okay.
I guess we should
I-
keep moving toward the petting zoo.
I like that you role played that out instead of me having to tell you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
If you didn't use one, I would have given you back a willpower for that. That was good.
All right. Well, let's think. We saw Jarrett, right? And he's still alive.
Okay.
Ooh, good point. Jarrett's body was like 5 feet away. His body might be in a different spot than wherever he's ghosting around.
So even if his ghost is leading a different way, and this is the second time something's tried to pull us that direction, it's possible that his body is this way. And if we find that, we've got more of a trump card on him than just finding his ghost, which we can't honestly interact with anyway.
Good point. I say we follow that feeling you had first.
Is there a map around here somewhere?
Oh fuck! I did mean to grab a paper map when we were at the front, but I didn't.
A free travel map.
No, like as you're
Alright,
walking
I'm
through the zoo, like maps of hey, you are here.
All right,
And then
yeah.
all these other
To fill
places.
you in really quick, I pinpointed its location. It's headed toward the aquarium. We're discussing whether to go to the aquarium or back or toward the petting zoo where we were going. That's basically all that happened.
Yep. In character.
So that was out of character. I was filling you in.
No, Jesse was switching us back to in character mode.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Terry's got a point. I think we should go to the petting zoo before we follow.
Well, no, I
These
want to ask
fucking
if
noises.
there's is there a map of the aquarium around, or the zoo somewhere, like you would typically find walking through a zoo?
So, as you look around, you notice another podium-like map, and in fact, this time it's a little more broken down.
Are there papers in it?
No, there
Damn
are no
it.
more. There are no more free. Please take one maps.
Are they on the
So it's
ground
just one of the
anywhere?
big ones. Gotcha.
As you look closer and closer at the large, broken down map, you in fact notice where the petting zoo area is on this map. It's been marked X.
All right, let's head there.
I thought we already were at the petting. Oh no, we were at the security office. All right, 1 second. I want to make sure that we're not being lured anywhere. I want to look around at the near the aquarium and near the southeast section we were in, right?
On the map?
Yeah, and everything else around. And I call Walt over. And I say, take a look at this with me. If I was a trained agent who knew what I was doing, and I wanted to keep my body safe while the rest of me was out, where would I go? And with that, I want to kind of essentially bounce stuff off with him, doing an assisted wits intuition roll, and let him
Okay.
handle that.
Go for it.
So I'm 5D, and I think Jake is 60.
So 11.
Well, hold on, let me double check. Wits intuition, you said?
Jake?
What am I rolling?
Wits intuition.
5
So
and
11.
6, so 11 d10s.
Not a very good roll.
2 passes.
Something. No failures.
You-
too. That's nice.
As you both kind of bounce ideas off of each other, feel that maybe being outdoors in a small petting zoo that doesn't really have any sort of cover probably wouldn't be the best place to leave a body.
All right, let's try out the aquarium. You're right. I'm gonna say he came up with that one.
Is there only exterior maps, or does like it show?
No, it's only
It's
exterior.
it's just a big blob of the building. It doesn't show like
Yep.
the inside.
Yep.
I still want to look at the
Ooh,
map
wait,
and see if
we've
I
got,
can puzzle out where any ambush points would be.
If he's going that way, let's run, try and beat him there, actually. Right? Because if we can get to his body before him, that's good. If we can apply some of that pressure, even better. Because if he has to, I don't know, race through, he'd be exerting something.
I mean, that's a
Make
good
it
idea.
leak.
Okay. So you all take off running towards the aquarium?
Yeah.
Thor, lead the way.
Okay. I wanna while I'm running, I wanna keep my eyes out for traps or anything like that. Anything obvious and otherwise if possible, but
Okay.
you know.
In that case, roll perception and awareness.
Oh god.
D5, Trevor, or 5
is it?
d10s.
Yeah, roll 1d5.
Yeah, you'll pass, I guarantee it.
Can I also roll out to do the same thing?
Sure.
The one pass.
3, 4.
4 passes.
Whilst we run.
As you're taking off and running towards the aquarium, Thor notices that dead smell again, and this time it's getting worse and worse. As you near closer and closer to the aquarium, Walt exclaims as you reach, say, the 3/4 mark towards where the aquarium was, to watch out, as pretty sure that there's something going on. And as you exclaim this, uh, Thor, Thor, you feel a very familiar feeling on your ankle as you notice you've just busted through a tripwire. Roll dexterity and athletics.
Oh god.
All of us, or
Nope, just Thor.
oh,
Dexterity and what was it? Athletics.
Athletics.
7.
fuck you! Had 7 dice between those two things.
Probably gonna fail every single one.
1 success.
2. Oh, yeah, 1 success. Yeah.
Better than failing.
As you feel your ankle push through the tripwire and break it, hear the loud slam of wood as you look off to your left. You notice that on a large wire is a fairly standard wooden barrel comes swinging at you as you immediately move backwards in a reflexive save. The barrel crosses in front of your path and you escape unharmed.
Yes.
All right, so we're still running towards the aquarium.
Shit was close, brah.
So you all continue to run towards the aquarium. Now all of you happen to notice incredibly rotten smell coming from inside the aquarium.
I
Walk up-
reminisce about when I was fishing, and
You
run
walk up
run
and
right in.
notice the front doors of the aquarium are in fact open and not locked.
Straight in I go.
As you pull the doors open, the overwhelming rotten stench fills your nose as you almost again retch and throw up all over the place. This happens to all of you as Church pulls the doors open.
Wait, we all fucking puke?
Almost.
Oh.
Almost.
Okay.
As you enter the lobby of the aquarium, you notice that all of the fish tanks inside of it are old and covered in algae and mold. The water is still in them, but has become stagnant, as you notice fish corpses floating on top of the water.
It reminds me of home.
They really need to hire someone to clean this shit.
I want to do a quick survey to see if I can spot a human body.
Perception awareness.
Why can't I ever use alertness? 3 successes.
As you survey the area, you notice that, in fact, this building is darker than most, as the windows are only on the front of it, so not much light is entering the building. But as you look around, notice the large tile floor goes towards a door off on the left side, and underneath of that door, you see a small blood trail leading into it.
I grab my gun and my flashlight, signal to the others silently, and creep up to the door.
Okay.
I don't turn on my flashlight, but I keep it ready to, click on to momentarily blind someone should they come through the door.
In case, hold on. Pause for 1 second. I have to go to the bathroom again.
Oh
Right back.
my god.
Stop drinking so much shit.
Jesse really should just, cath himself if he's gonna try and do these long games.
God.
Like any good DM should.
Sitting on a shit bucket.
Or just go to the hospital and say you need a what's the bag? A colostomy bag and a catheter. I plan on DMing for a couple hours. Hey Jake, quit farting with your fucking hands.
Fucking hell. You having fun there?
Click it real hard, Orlando.
Click
Whip it good.
Click it real hard.
When a problem comes along,
You can click it.
click it good.
Bum, 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 bum.
I've been writing down everything that's been happening, by the way.
Good. Should be, you note taker.
I prefer to just vaguely remember what happened and write it down the next day, since that's how an actual after-action report would end up being.
Yeah, but it's just good to have it all written down. Anyway. You have like a really rough idea of what happened.
A really rough idea, huh?
Okay, I'm back. Good.
All right.
Alright, so we're
stealthily walking toward the
yeah.
door.
So I want to put my rifle on my back, like sling it, and pull up my pistol.
Okay.
Is your pistol suppressed?
Yes, and it has a flashlight attachment.
Okay.
Things that need to be noted.
I also whip out my piece.
Your piece. Is yours silenced or is it loud as fuck?
I feel like it probably would be silent. I necessarily don't have that in my inventory, but you know.
I've got a revolver, so even if I put a suppressor on the end, it's still going to be real loud until I get a Chiappa Rhino. Then I can suppress it.
Great.
An old school Madonna.
Okay.
If we were sitting in the same room, I'd be slapping you.
So-
Jamie. So we are stealthily making our way in.
Making our way downtown.
As you all begin to tiptoe silently,
Heel toe, get it right.
as you all begin to heel toe silently across the floor in almost cartoon-like fashion,
Wait,
reach the door, and in fact, this time, mixed with the smell of rotten fish and algae, smell fresh blood.
Fresh blood. That's not a good sign.
Or maybe it is.
Possibly.
We're all standing in front of the door.
I try to open the door.
No, hold on. I wanna actually put my gun in my holster and pull out my dagger instead, because this is probably enclosed. A knife might be more useful here. Plus, I have a better melee skill anyway.
Okay.
We just been melee
holster,
across the
you-
battlefields like Macbeth.
Sorry, maybe I'll go. You want me to go fucking Metal Gear here? I'll fucking hold the dagger and the pistol at the same time. Be fucking CQ.
Knife gun. Knife gun.
Wow.
I mean, I could. I got skills. I got melee and gun.
But are you ambidextrous?
Is that a skill that I actually have to have? Because if so,
No.
probably not.
No.
You don't have to be. If something in melee distance is trying to shoot you, just shoot in the direction.
Yeah.
I mean,
Keep
his
the gun
gun's
close
probably
to
in
your
his main
body
hand. It's the
and
knife
shoot
in the offhand.
direction.
Well, yeah, the knife's in the offhand, obviously. I mean, if that's allowed, I'll fucking CQC, hold the knife in one hand and the pistol in the other, and fucking roll.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm
Thor
good.
reaches down into his boot as he pulls the knife and puts it in his left hand. I assume your left hand is your offhand.
Yes.
As he puts it into his left hand, he readies his pistol on the door. The door is large and metallic, and the handle looks almost rusted at this point.
Hope you have your tetanus shot.
But yeah, so I'm gonna grab the handle and try to see if the door's unlocked and able to be opened.
As you reach your hand out and grab the handle of the door, in fact, you notice it flake away underneath of you.
The door? Or the handle?
The handle.
Alright. I guess I just... Like, the
Roll
whole handle just...
perception and enigmas.
Alright.
All of us?
No, just me, because I'm 2 passes.
As the handle crumbles from the side of your palm, you in fact notice that it felt very unnaturally cold.
Ooh, I remember this. So I can't... The handle's gone. I let them know it's cold like those chains that were on Jarrett. We need to be careful. But I'm going to try and just push the door open.
Everyone roll perception and alertness.
Oh, jeez. Oh, alertness? Finally, I get to roll D5. One
Perception
success.
and alertness, right?
Yeah.
Awareness.
2 for me.
3, 4.
Orlando?
No successes. No failures, but no successes.
As
Suggest-
Church puts his hand on the door and begins to push, both Walt and Thor hear a low, grumbling roar sound come from the entrance aquarium. You all turn around, in fact, notice Black Panther standing at the door.
Wakanda forever.
Wait, we see what?
We see the Black Panther standing at the
A
door.
Black Panther.
Is there a difference at this point?
What, there's a projection of a terrible movie on the wall?
I'm pretty sure that it's a jaguar.
Okay, it's a puma, all right?
I don't know which... I know that a couple of those are the same animal, but I don't remember which particular one is in Pennsylvania, so for ease, we'll say it's a puma.
Yeah, which is a
At a
mountain
zoo!
lion. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. It could be any of them.
Just say it's a puma.
It's a
I already
puma.
wrote puma in the notes. It's a
Oh,
puma.
it's a puma now.
Well, through the power of his laziness, it's been retconned to a puma.
Can I shoot it?
That might be the safest bet. A fucking puma's at the door now, just growling at us.
Firearms.
Dexterity and firearms.
Dexterity, and where's my firearms at? Oh, that's really low. I only got 3. I don't know if I want to do this.
I'll shoot it. Dexterity and firearms? That's fucking 8.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's 7. Sorry, I counted one wrong. 7. All right. Shoot the motherfucker. I'm gonna miss every bullet.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
I have 1 success.
what's the Jesse? What would be the difficulty on his rifle?
So,
Or no, he has got his pistol out.
I got my pistol.
So it's a 9mm or a 45.
45.
So it's a
So
45
I was-
pistol.
I was giving Trevor, because it's pretty close, a lesser difficulty, but
Alright.
the failure kind of negates that anyway. So
Yeah.
Well,
What about me?
oh, it was gonna be 6. Well, no. Then if it's 6, then he has 3 successes.
hold on.
And
Oh
Jake
my
still has
God.
1 success.
Oh, that's so bad.
What?
Do we get mauled?
No,
to
there's
death?
like there's been like a piece of oregano stuck in my tooth this whole
Jesus
time,
Christ, Jesse, you can't
and it finally just came out.
The timing is bad. Here, okay.
pick your times, man. Please tell me my 1 success kills the puma.
Does his bullet do it, or does mine? Wait, you said it's close. Can I just lunge at it and stab it in the eye?
That sounds like a great way to die.
Right, doesn't it?
We already have one person critical care. Just shoot it.
No, I'm not actually going to.
Jake, Walt lets a shot ring out towards the puma, but in fact, the shot misses and skims off the wall and ricochets out of the building.
At least no one got hurt.
Thor takes aim at the puma and fires off 2 shots, one of which misses, the other of which clips it in the back of the leg.
All I did was piss it off.
As the bullet tears through the puma's leg, it lets out a screeching whelp as it then lunges forward. Terry, roll dexterity and athletics.
Terry.
Yes.
Roll
about to
4
die.
d10s.
Terry.
Wait. Of everybody
about to
shooting
die.
it went for me.
I was
You
by
were at
the
the back of
door.
the group.
They spun around and shot at it. You were the only one that was not grouped up doing something.
You wanted to be in the back because you're the non-combatant.
We're at the back of the group.
I guess I'll try to get out of the way of it. See.
Pull your rifle and shoot at it.
He didn't get it. He didn't ask for a new gun.
Yeah, I don't have a gun.
No, Trevor.
Oh.
I mean, I could, but that'll take time.
Can I blow cocaine in its face? Get it real high?
I mean, you try.
Oh,
But here's the
God.
question: would that be beneficial in any way?
Jake is trying to become fucking Snowflame from the comics.
Same number of successes.
3 successes. To dodge the puma.
No failures.
The puma leaps forward, and as it does, Terry, it almost catches you off guard. But as it leaps through the air, you grab it underneath of its front paws and throw it off towards the side of the building. As you grab underneath of its paws, don't feel any muscle tissue on this puma. It feels kind of like a bag of skin and bones.
Guys,
As you notice, it's very light when you throw it across the room.
After seeing this, I'm gonna try and just force that door open.
As
Can we all combine
you
rolls to
turn
make
back
sure?
around, push on the door, and in fact, the door does swing open.
Oh, thank God. I flip on my flashlight and do a quick glance. Is there a person inside? A body?
With ease, the door creaks open as you flip on your flashlight. Roll perception and awareness.
And do I get a buff because I've got that flashlight to help me see in this dark room, or just use my normal?
Roll perception and awareness.
Okay. 1 success.
Yeah, wow. I was giving you a buff on that one, but no, you just
Wonderful.
okay. As you flip on your flashlight and peer into the room rather rapidly, notice that it is pitch black inside of the room and you don't see anything.
Wonderful.
Your flashlight extends maybe 3 feet in front of you, then dissipates into the darkness.
So that's unnaturally dark.
Yes.
Alright, I want to see what I can see in there.
I was gonna say,
and more
I
importantly,
utter
I'm
that
not
to them.
Near a cougar.
I say it's unnaturally dark.
Walt,
Alright.
roll dexterity and athletics.
You're a cunt.
Why? He threw it against the wall. What does he need? What is he rolling for?
Coming back.
Not dead.
I didn't get nothing.
Okay.
Alright. Also, I go into the room with my flashlight on, and literally I just want to know what my eyes see.
Without rolling for anything.
Yes, nothing. I want to use my eyes in their natural form to just look in front of me on what the light from my flashlight is illuminating in the room.
As the puma clambers back to its feet, it again leaps forward, only this time it's directed towards Walt. And as Puma connects with Walt, notice you step into the room and in fact see almost the same thing that Church did. It is unnaturally dark, and your flashlight seems to dissipate into this darkness.
Use your ghost eyes.
I want to yell, someone want to fucking help me out here?
Well, the puma has pinned you to the ground.
Can I
It's
shoot it?
super light.
I want to shoot up in its head since it's pinned me down to the ground. I should get a buff since I'm literally inches from it.
Dexterity and firearms.
Dexterity and fire. 3 again,
Okay,
unfortunately. Which I'm probably gonna crit fail and I'm gonna shoot myself in the face. So I got
No?
1.
Hey,
Well,
something.
Jesse,
Also,
what's the hit number? Because it's literally 6 inches away from the muzzle of his gun.
As you're
Church.
wrestling around on the ground and the puma brings its claw back and motions forward, in an instinctive reaction, you put your gun to the bottom of the puma's jaw and pull the trigger. As you do, you notice brain matter in chunks fly all across the ceiling as bones splinter and stick into the drop ceiling above you.
So I'm just gonna let you know I'm writing in the journal. I blew its brains out like Kurt Cobain.
God.
The puma's lifeless corpse falls over on your body.
Somebody help me get this off of me!
Presumably, then his spirit's probably gonna go back to his body. Can I try and follow that back to the body and hopefully in the room, or at least try to find those? Meditate out to try and find this body. If I can't see with my eyes.
Sure. Meditation enigmas.
And perception.
You
Yeah,
can't
go ahead.
see. Okay. Oh, okay.
Using his third eye.
That's
Awaken
6
your
dice
third
for you.
eye.
1 success.
Terry, you feel a presence within this room, but nothing more.
Can I do the
Church,
same
it's
thing
in
to try
here.
and?
Help me just feel around.
Can I meditation enigmas perception locate it as well?
Sure.
Alright, that's 6. 1,
I meant
2,
physically, but yeah.
2 passes.
Anybody gonna help me get this puma off?
It's super light.
I walk up and just kick the puma off him because it's super light.
Hey, thanks, man.
There.
Alright.
That worked out. Church, as you're standing around in the room, you close your eyes and take a deep breath. In fact, you feel a presence, but it's not supernatural. It's still human. And
Sweet.
it's in the back of the room towards the northwestern corner.
Alright, I tap Terry, point in the direction, and slowly walk over since I can't really see, so I'm, gonna not try to trip on anything.
Alright,
As
I'm
you
gonna follow along with him slowly.
slowly tiptoe through heel toe through the
We're just crawling on all fours
darkness.
Nah,
You feel yourself bump into what feels like a large plastic rock in front of you. Feel some plastic shrubbery. And as you're making your way more towards the corner of the room, feel it get colder and colder inside the room.
Alright. It's getting cold. Did I find the body? Sorry, I blanked out.
Roll perception alertness.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, you're using your alertness.
No, you're not
4
awareness.
successes.
They wanted to use alertness.
As you're tiptoeing more towards the corner of the back of the room,
What?
Nothing. Continue.
as you're creeping along towards the back of the room,
Yeah.
you can't help but look up, and even in this unnatural darkness, see a very similar glint that you saw in the bushes outside. But this time, it rapidly moves past you and out the door.
Alright.
Walt, you and Thor feel a cold shiver go over your bodies
Can I catch
as
it?
you're standing outside the door. Well, I assume you've clambered your way back to your
Oh
feet
yeah, I
by
helped him
now.
up after I kicked the kobold.
You've done it, Jake. You've caught the cold.
Both of you shudder and shiver.
Okay. And?
It?
Oh, they shudder and shiver?
I want to catch it.
Shiver.
Well, is there still an unnatural darkness in the room now that that thing's gone?
Yes.
Alright, let's I want to feel around where that was and see if there's a body.
As you reach out in front of you and kind of blindly feel your way along the walls, you do in fact notice something in front of you. And as you grasp at the object in front of you, you can feel
Dick.
cloth.
Kurt, give me a hand with this.
I go over to him,
What's going on in there?
grab the body, and lift.
Hold the door open for us.
Because we all lift together.
Oh,
He didn't say body type with this cloth thing, but yeah, whatever it is.
do you
I
walk
wanna
over?
stand at the door, still keeping watch though.
Like, what are we?
As-
what shape is the
as-
cloth over?
Church is motioning around and blindly feeling Terry, and they're both kind of moving their arms about and trying to feel what's in front of them. Church gets the sudden idea, turn on his flashlight and point it
Again.
at the corner. You notice what looks like pants,
Sudden idea. We've had our flashlights on
legs,
and pointed.
Pants with legs? Is that it?
you move the flashlight up. Notice body that you've seen before.
Oh, is it the guy in my pamphlets?
Doesn't look like George,
Oh.
but in fact, recognize this body
It's Moxie.
I
as
swear-
Agent Moxie.
Oh my fucking god!
Is that his real name? Is his real name George? I know.
Leave it.
No, I'm gonna pick it up.
No, I don't really mean leave it. I know.
I'd fucking...
No, it can't be Agent George because we've
I
seen
know.
Moxie's face and we've now seen George's face.
Yeah, I know. I was
I
kidding.
fucking pick him up and fireman carry him out.
As you reach up and grab hold of Moxie's trench coat to pull him off of whatever he seems to be adhered to on the wall, feel the trench coat beneath you crumble away.
Oh,
As
great.
you feel a small shudder of cold run down your spine, the body dissipates in front of you.
So what if Thanos just snaps out?
No, he's just gonna teleport behind us and again be like
Nothing personal, kid.
Guys, what's going on in there? What do you see?
Nothing. I aggravatedly yell nothing back, but I want to do another meditation.
Roll perception and alertness.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you just tell me what you saw, you fucking nut job?
It was perception and what?
Alertness.
So 6.
I think our brains are being fucked with.
That looks like a
No
bad roll.
passes.
No passes, no
If
fails,
I
right?
try and fuck with my brain, at least pick something I care about.
Or as you're standing guard of the door,
Shit yourself.
taking a look around in the aquarium, you don't notice anything, but you
The
feel an
noticer.
uneasy presence that maybe there's something outside.
Jesse.
Yo, I got a bad feeling about this.
A bad feeling about what?
I don't know. Something just feels off.
Jesse. I'm gonna do meditation occult to see if I can pinpoint Moxie or whatever was right where he was.
Go ahead.
2 successes.
So as... Oh, God! I just looked at that roll.
2 successes.
As you close your eyes, inhale deeply, but the smell of fresh blood in the air throws off your perception a bit. But in fact, you notice that this isn't Moxie,
I didn't. It's
as
not.
you know what his presence feels like.
I'll be back.
I internally give a sigh of relief and think, thank God it's not him. Not going to specify whether that's because he turned to dust or because I don't want him here. But it's one of those.
Character. Great!
Orlando saw the thing dust. So,
Like a grandma.
Yes, Orlando also saw it as he was standing right next to you.
alright, so, there's nothing else in this room. I guess let's leave.
As far as you can see.
I mean, I just felt the room, and it doesn't feel like Moxie.
A
And
large plastic rock with some plastic plants on it.
Oh, that's what my occult senses felt?
No,
Good to know.
that's what your physical senses felt when you blindly tried to walk through the wall,
Since
the
flashlights are
room.
working in the room now, I'll give it a quick one-over again. Just carefully, what do I see? Presumably, if there's a body in here, we'll notice it.
Harry, as you give a once-over in the room, your flashlight does in fact seem to go further than what it did before. As you notice, you're standing in the penguin exhibit.
Oh, neato. I love penguins.
They're all dead.
Oh. Everything here is
You don't
dead.
happen to notice any penguin corpses laying on the ground, though.
Well, that cheers me up.
You do, in fact, notice the blood trail goes all the way back to the corner in which you're standing in.
And then just stops.
and then stops.
Mm.
Well, something was here. Whatever that was.
All right. I say we head back to Thor and Walt and see
Yeah.
what's going on out there.
Won't do us any good just staring at where it used
What
to
looked
be.
like Moxie. When we walk out, because I heard because I heard Walt ask, I say, "We found Moxie's corpse, but he turned to dust."
Oh, gross.
Why?
As as you're both walking out the door, uh, the three of you, Walt, Terry, and Church, all roll perception alertness.
Perception alertness. I got 2 successes. Walton.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
1 failure.
Priced in a handbasket.
And then Sir Landis.
What do I have to do?
Perception alertness. 4d10.
Yeah.
4
4
successes.
successes.
As you exit the room, Walt begins humming to himself in a sort of disjointed manner where he doesn't even feel like paying attention to anything that's going on around him.
He's thinking happy thoughts about Moxie disintegrating.
While Church can hear the sound of something outside of the building, Harry can hear very clearly loud footsteps coming from outside of the building that do not appear to be human.
Guys, there's something outside of here.
I'm getting sick and tired of this.
As you say that, hear a loud thud and a sound wave comes off of the wall. Then hear another and another.
Does it sound like dubstep?
Womp 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 womp.
I mean, I assume it sounds more like the stomping of something large.
You motion and put your ears close to the wall, and as you do, another loud thump comes on the wall directly as you feel the wall begin to crack.
Alright.
You all step back for a second. As you do, another loud thump as a large black fist slamming through the wall.
Are there any, like, stanchions around?
Out of character. I don't know what a stanchion is.
It's the pole thing that ropes attached to. The metal the metal standing thing that you have the rope straps to, especially in an exhibit like this where you're trying to lead a crowd through a particular way.
Yeah.
They're stanchions. I'm just gonna grab one and brandish it. Put away my gun and light and pick one up to use as a beating weapon.
Okay. As the fist comes through the wall, it reaches out and opens up and grabs hold of the wall and pulls back as more of the wall tears away.
And I can physically see this giant fist.
Yes.
I want to throw the stanchion at it.
As it pulls away and rips more of the wall off, you hear a loud roaring sound, almost that of a gorilla, but
Oh,
an
Christ.
unnatural roar.
I want to peg the stanchion as hard as I can at the fist. Can I do strength firearms?
Go ahead.
Say strength firearms?
I'm just the thing's right in front of us. I pick
One
up a thing and I'm
pass.
trying to throw it, but yeah, one pass.
Wait, what are you trying to throw?
A stanchion.
You take the stanchion and hurl it at the wall as hard as you can, and it reflects off of the wall and bounces along the ground as it rolls back to your feet.
Oh, I pick it back up. Nothing happened.
Again, you hear another thump, this time lower into the wall, and then another, as you notice the fist breaking through the wall again. Only this time, two fists come through.
We need to run.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, presumably, hopefully the body's in the aquarium. I guess we can head a little deeper in and see what we can find.
Oh, I meant out.
Oh yeah, out's an option too, but it's out. But I guess it's about to be in, so let's run.
Where are we running? Which way did the spirit go?
I don't know. This is your plan. You lead.
Out of character. Both you and Trevor, Jake, felt it go past you, like out towards the main entrance.
Like out towards the courtyard we walked
Okay.
in from, kind of thing.
Yep.
So then I'll yell that it went out. The spirit went out.
All right, let's go.
All right, out we run.
All right, I take up the back while we're running.
As you all
I guess I'll take point. Again.
As you all brace yourselves and run out of the building, here
Yes.
behind you, loud thumping footsteps, almost snarling like roar. As you turn back around, notice what looks like a large gorilla, only most of its fur has molted off of it,
Trevor, shoot
and
it.
its body is bloody.
I throw the stanchion at
As
it.
large fangs gut out of its mouth. Notice it slam both of its fists on the ground and let out a
Jesse.
loud shrieking roar
Seven
as all-
passes. I throw the stanchion at it.
as
Goes through its
notice what looks like all of its muscles bulk up, and it almost rages out and takes off, running faster at you.
Yeah, but he threw that stanchion. That was such a good roll. It should have gone right through its brain.
I'm saying it. He's saying it's running at me, and I'm saying I fucking pegged it in the face with the stanchion with 7 successes,
I
Jesse.
think it's gonna go through it, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's a lot of successes for a one roll, dude. Holy shit. One success.
Church turns around and javelin style hurls the stanchion
How do you spell stanchion really quick?
STAN.
STANCHION.
as Church hurls the stanchion in a javelin-like fashion. It pierces directly through the large ape's head,
Yes.
So,
splattering its brains all over the ground.
I'm sorry. What?
If he's possessing that, then I think we were on the right track with the aquarium.
Yeah, we keep getting chased away from it.
But the spirit
it's-
left.
I do want to make a passing
Lifeless
comment that I'm really
corpse.
good at murdering monkeys, apparently.
Yeah.
Falls to the ground, plumps over. Only this time, notice it begin to steam and boil as it almost melts into a black tar-like substance on the ground.
Aight. I have to agree with Terry. I think we should go back to the aquarium. Things keep chasing us away from there. That's got to be the right place.
I say
Right.
we can
Well,
do that,
well,
but
I was less concerned with the body and more concerned with what's coming out of the body. I want to try and feel that, identify, and follow.
Okay.
So you want to feel up an unconscious
How do
body,
I
dude?
go about this?
can we all combine
Perry,
our meditation together?
You close your eyes and take a deep breath,
Is the objective of the cult, Jake?
and you feel an unearthly presence come off of this now bubbling
Liquefied.
pool of black liquid on the ground. As you do, you notice, in fact, that it did flow back into the aquarium.
Yeah, he's in the aquarium. Let's chase it.
All right. This thing's good luck, so as we run past, I'm going to grab that stanchion
Is there
again.
any sort of group roll we have to do or anything to, as much as possible, be literally on this thing's heels as it goes to the body?
Nope.
We can't, like, stamina
Run
athletics
back
to...
into the aquarium.
I'm saying, could we, like, stamina athletics to go, like, 110% running after the thing to keep up with it?
I mean, I'm simply allowing you guys to run after it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm running after it.
You all bolt back into the aquarium, and as you do, notice, Terry, that presence doesn't feel like it went back through the same door, but in fact, now it feels like it went back more towards another door in the backside of the room.
That's where we're heading.
Give chase.
Walk over and push on the door. And as you push on the door, your hand gets cold, but the door doesn't feel solid.
What's around me?
Around you are some old, broken down fish tanks. One of them has been broken, and there are shards of glass. There's some algae and moss that has formed on the ground where the water was.
Well, the moss seems least likely to kill me, so I want to pick that up and throw it through the door.
See if
Grab
it sticks.
a clump of moss off of the ground and hurl it at the door, and as you do, the moss immediately goes through the door.
Alright,
illusion.
algae's living. Best logic I have is that it's safe to pass through.
I offer to go first.
I'm
He's
gonna step through
offered
with
to
him.
be a
So
sacrifice.
let's
Okay.
go. Where
He
you go,
makes
I
the
go,
sacrifice.
bro. Gotta keep the bromance alive.
So me and Orlando step through the door.
What do you guys
Who
see?
steps through the door first?
We both step through the door.
I assume he's a little faster.
At the same time, or
He's letting me
How
take
wide's the door? But here, just instead of arguing about it, yeah, he can go first, and I'll be behind him.
okay?
All right, what am I rolling?
Church, roll dexterity athletics.
I'm bad at this. It's only
Also
3.
add in your awareness.
Awareness. Ooh. 1 success. God, I hope I don't fall into a pit. Two counter successes. I'm fucked.
As you step through the door, Church, feel an uneasy presence and shudder as almost your entire body freezes over as you step through the door. And before you can shudder that sense off and recollect yourself. Here in the back of your mind, almost in a whisper, glad you guys made it. Just as you hear this, feel a fist connect with the side of your head.
Great.
Take 2 damage.
Like Vit?
No, like physical damage. You're still in a physical body.
Oh. So what? That goes to bruised or?
Yep.
Alright.
2. So you're at hurt.
Oh. Wonderful. Alright.
In an almost lifeless manner, fall over, are blissfully unaware of the presence in the room.
Great.
Wait, what?
I walked through the room. I heard, glad you made it, and then it fucking beamed me in the side of the head, and I'm on the ground.
Can we reason with this thing? I mean, I don't know if I could hear this from out there.
No.
Okay.
None of you on the other side of the door heard any of that.
Well, then now what?
But also, Orlando was on my heels, so
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm behind him,
he's going through the
As-
door now.
like right behind him. So presumably I see him get punched, so I won't be
As
stuck.
Terry steps through the door, notice Church slump over on the ground next to the wall in a corner.
Nothing else.
You quickly survey the room in front of you. Notice that it's a large open room that looks like it could have been used to maybe store dried food for all of the fish. Aquarium.
So
There is no more dried food, but there are a lot of large empty sacks laying all over the place.
with ghosts, right? When they go corporeal to hit something, they're not. They're interactable, yes, but are they visible?
Yes and no.
It depends on the kind of ghost and how much points they're spending, and they look weird depending on what type of ghost they are.
Yeah,
Hey.
out of character. Yes, it all depends on how they're
For instance, I'm a skin rider, so if I spend 2 Vit, I look exactly like me, but
Manifest.
with
It-
paper, skin thin, and like
it
super
all-
veiny.
it all matters about how much vitality they spend when they manifest.
Hey, Thor, do you think we should go in there?
All right.
Yeah,
well,
probably.
as I'm there, since I see him drop, I'm honestly going to assume ghost attack, and I'm going to try and talk to this guy and just say, "We're here to help. Just want to figure out what's going on.
And then I guess me and Thor are gonna
Come out
walk
and talk to
through.
us for a minute. There's
the
no
door.
need for any of this."
So, as Thor and Walt pass through the door themselves, you all felt the same uneasy shudder and almost cold, tense-like feeling of your muscles as you pass through the door.
I'm just the only one that got fucking beamed in the head. Great.
And then did I hear him say, like, hey,
Step through mid-sentence as Terry is speaking.
Any response?
I don't want help.
What?
I wasn't trying to be found.
Then how were you found? What's going on?
As you're shouting in the midst of the room, you can't help but look over, and in the corner, behind a bunch of empty sacks piled up, you notice a man step out of the shadows,
do I also see
wearing
this?
dark clothing. And not all black. It's almost a black, blue, deep purple camouflage. To the point where you can only see him when he steps into the rays of the moonlight coming from the window behind you.
Wait, hang on.
Wearing a set of night vision goggles.
Fuck this guy.
And what looks like a wetsuit head.
Gimp. Hold on.
Did you just say a gimp?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Why are you here?
Hold on. I'm assuming I'm
just
hearing
asked,
this and seeing this.
what
right?
is it that you do
Answer that
want?
question for me first.
Yes, you guys walked through the door. You
Thank
can
you.
see
Walk
it.
through and all
Didn't
see this.
specify if I was seeing or
Sorry.
hearing this.
Yes.
Shut up, Donna.
I'm on the ground. Hold on. What did he just say? Why are you here?
Yeah.
I'm on the ground, but I'm gonna be like, that's a good fucking question, bro. Why are you attacking us?
So can I roll something?
Sure.
Well, let Orlando do what he wants to do, then I'll roll something.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to convince him that we're not his enemy, and see if I can just ask him what is it that he does want, and also why would anybody be interested in?
And then in that exact moment, can I back him up and use charisma and empathy to try to reason with him? And like explain to him what we're doing here?
Do you know what we're doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly why we came here.
Just to talk to him.
Or whoever we're looking for.
Also,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
he's
can I
wearing a
roll
wetsuit, you're
charisma and
saying?
empathy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. God, I hope this is a good roll. Jesus Christ.
Wait,
Lord be with
can
me.
I do the same if we're both talking to him? Work together to present a united, friendly front.
Sure, go ahead.
So charisma and empathy.
You
We want to roll two separate. 8?
Yeah.
That's
You have the
14
most
altogether.
empathetic person.
So roll
helping you.
14d10.
You want me to roll 14 or do you want to roll 14?
No, roll. I mean,
Or roll separately?
if you're rolling together, then it doesn't matter. If you were each rolling separately to try to each differently conversate with him, sure.
No, I mean we're trying to together.
Alright, I'll roll
you know.
14 d10s and God pray for me.
1, 2.
Well, those are already
3,
counteracted.
3 successes. 3 9s.
No. Wait. Yeah, no. Wait. Equal. Yeah, equal. 3 and 3.
Okay. So, in character, role play your conversation.
Look, I followed up what he said, and I was like, look, we're coming here looking for
Gary?
an
What was his
agent,
name?
George.
George.
We were just sent here to locate him. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all.
Who
we're
sent
trying-
you?
Orpheus. We weren't given enough
Orpheus.
information. They've.
I don't want anything to do with that company anymore.
That's fine.
Cool, neither do we.
barely want anything to do with that company anymore. Don't worry about it. They've kidnapped us twice. We would like to get a little perspective about what's going on. Clearly, you're in a situation yourself. Maybe we can put our heads together and figure something out. You catch us up, and then we'll figure out what we can do to work together.
His rage quells slightly.
I
was
mutter under my
involved in
breath
a
that those
bad
bastards owe me a boat.
Experiment done by them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like something they do.
Is that why they want you back, to see how it went?
Maybe. I don't know. They want me back?
They asked us to look into you. Presumably it's to make contact.
They did say they wanted him alive.
Should I tell him? I kind of whisper into Terry's ear. Should I
So
tell
you're
him?
here to kidnap me?
Guess I won't.
Well, that's why they
really.
sent us.
Did you not just hear me? Calm down for a moment.
But
Listen to the words we're saying.
Terry, I
We're saying
whisper.
that we were sent to look into you by them. However, they've kidnapped us twice. We're not particularly loyal to them. And we are more so just interested in finding out what is going on before we can make any call on anything. If they're after you and causing trouble for you, I'd say we're kindred spirits here.
5 years ago, they sent me on a mission. 5 years ago, my whole team died. My whole team died because they sent us into a trap.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds like them.
Was the trap the experiment? What were they trying to do?
Experiment was on me.
Right.
I've since been working with that other corporation in an attempt to try to get rid of what.
I didn't get to look into it yet.
And he pulls his night vision goggles back down over his eyes as you notice all of the muscles in his body begin to get very tense
And green.
as
He's not the Hulk.
some of them begin to ripple and bulge outward. Notice another set of arms break from the back of his suit.
I'm gonna hold up the bottle of painkillers that I have and ask if he'd like one.
Don't you see what they've done?
Hey man, do you want some Quaaludes?
I could go for some Quaaludes.
I toss the bottle over to
Yes.
Jake. He's closer to the guy
We
anyway.
see it. Stay
Want some
calm. Stay here with us, okay?
You want some ludes?
We see what it is, or we see the effect here. But what exactly is it? Tell us. What's going on, and what can we do?
Screams out in rage. Thor,
Yeah.
roll dexterity and athletics.
Oh Christ!
Wonderful.
What was it to again?
Dex Athletics.
Next,
You're rolling 7.
7.
Four successes. Jesus fuck. Four
Oh,
successes.
An unnatural burst of speed. Man flies across the room and slams Thor up against the wall with 2 of the 4 arms that are now protruding from him.
Hold on, quick stop. I'm on the floor still. Is Trevor near me? Is the guy near me, more importantly? Because I was on the floor next to the wall.
So at this point, out of character, everyone roll 1d10.
Okay. Oh god, we're in combat.
Well, shit.
Well, it just means you go last.
Out of character, yes. You guys have now officially entered your first combat.
Alright.
I'm okay with going last here. I'm not really a combat build.
So you rolled 9 and he just moved first. Orlando is currently being held by the throat against the wall.
No.
Or Trevor.
Almond.
And it's his turn.
Yep.
But again, I ask just for clarification. Are they right next to me? I'm on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. I do want to point out, because I mentioned it in the roleplay, I was already going through my medical kit. Hence why I was able to throw pills to Jake.
Yeah, I got a bottle of ludes.
Okay.
I'm gonna save them for a rainy day.
There's a reason I'm making sure you know this and specifying it.
Okay. Trevor, your turn.
Yeah.
Up against the wall.
Okay, so I'm up against the wall by 2 of his 4 arms, right?
Yep.
How is he holding me up against the wall? Like, are my arms pinned or anything like that?
By... Are you wearing a jacket?
I'm wearing a heavy cloak.
Trevor, nobody has worn a heavy cloak since 1832.
Yeah, my guy's fucking weird, remember? Wearing a fucking hooded cloak.
All right, then.
Hey, look at my character
Okay.
sheet. Fucking says it. Large
So-
cloak, under misc.
All right.
Okay.
So you're being
So-
held up by the cloak, I would assume.
Yeah. By the neck part of your cloak. I assume that has an actual name. Just I'm not going to take the time to Google that right now.
Yeah.
Part of his cloak.
Fucking whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, yes, currently your limbs are free.
Stab him.
Yeah,
With
but
the
at the same
ghost
time,
knife.
We need you with the ghost knife.
You do have that in your hand still, so I mean,
Yeah, I do. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna stab his arms. I want to be breaking free from this.
Strength and melee.
his real arms or his ghost arms?
Whatever ones are holding me.
So the ghost arms.
Yep.
Alright.
I mean, it's a good.
Well, what you think are ghost arms, anyway.
I assume the ghost arms are strangling me. Alright. You said what? Strength and melee?
Yep.
So 7.
Two passes.
So 2 passes.
Or well, actually, it might be more. We don't know what the win is when he's holding you there.
Yeah, true.
It's still 2. I was going to give him 6 since he's
Okay,
physically connected to it.
gotcha.
But roll your strength and then dice on top.
Strength and what?
So strength plus 3.
Okay.
Plus 3. Which is...
So wait, 6 dice or
Yeah,
yeah, 6
total.
dice.
Whoa.
3 successes.
You pull the dagger upwards and slam it into the side of his bicep. Pull it out, and as you do, you notice blood spray out of his arm, all across your face. As
One of the only times I've
his
played a game
arm
where I don't have a face
goes limp and lets you down as you slump down on the ground. Pick yourself back up to your feet.
We're still not trying to kill this guy, right?
No, we're trying to take him alive. So it's
Take him away. So
yeah.
calming him down might be an advantage here. So I suppose stabbing him probably might not have been the best choice, but fuck it.
I mean, he was trying to kill you, so at
Yeah.
this point it's fair.
Yeah.
So can I
And
only
I'm
do
not exactly crazy about the idea of turning him in anyway.
so can I only do one thing at a time here, right?
you get
Yep.
an action. Yeah, it's we're in combat.
So like here's the thing. Is he gonna attack me or can
No,
I still
his
like,
move
reason
was
with
made.
him?
Yeah.
So can I try to reason with him again?
Sure.
I mean, is that something that is possible?
Sure.
I mean, try.
So like charisma and empathy again?
Yeah. Trying to reason and calm him down.
God be with me. Ah!
0.
Alright, I would like to
Try to.
bring him back down too.
You're in last though. So you can try that again. So Jake,
Kyle.
Yeah. Is it me?
It's your turn.
All right.
As the scene plays out, Jake is stammering for words to try to come up with some way to calm him down, but can't actually manage to function any words.
He's so he's standing literally right next to me, right?
Yes.
I grab a morphine syringe out of my med kit and stab him in the leg and dump the whole syringe in.
Wait, into who?
The guy who is standing
Okay.
right next to me. I'm trying to knock his ass out with drugs.
With drugs. Using the
then we
power
can
of
give.
drugs.
Oh, yeah. Then we can give him a lewd,
Morphine, it's a muscle relaxer.
and then a lewd.
Exactly.
If anything, his leg's definitely numb at that point.
Roll. I'm gonna go with dexterity and brawl on this one.
Dex brawl. Okay. 4. 4 successes.
Reach over and your medical kit. Quickly fumble around for a syringe of more.
And
Jab
give
it
him
clearly into his leg, and empty the whole syringe in.
Now, as someone who's gotten IM morphine, I want to let you know it takes about 4 seconds for your like entire body to go fucking numb.
In other words, you're saying he's numb as fuck right now.
He's feeling
Winces out
pretty
from
good.
the pain of the needle injecting into his leg, but doesn't show any signs of calming down.
His legs
Barry.
hurts.
Your turn.
Listen to my voice. Come back. I know they've done stuff to you, but you can take control of that. We can work this out. We're not your enemy here. There's no reason to make us your enemies. We're out to listen. Just come back to the conversation, all right? I understand how you're feeling. We've all been thrown out of our lives by this organization. I'm gonna try to,
Manipulation and empathy.
What was that?
Manipulation,
and
empathy.
empathy.
What if I'm not manipulating them? I want to use charisma.
I feel like that's what you're trying to do.
I mean,
What?
he's being honest. Manipulation, I feel, would be if he's like lying, but he's not lying.
Just by my normal force of personality, which is charisma.
Okay. I'll allow it. Charisma and empathy, then.
That's 8.
Fuck!
Christ!
He's coming for me, guys. I
We
think
were
he's about to let
rolling
go of you.
So good.
Oh, he already let go of Trevor a while ago.
Remember, I
Okay, well
stabbed him
then,
in
yeah.
the arm.
I think I found his next target.
Jake, you fucking grapple that motherfucker and jam that bottle of Quaaludes down his throat.
I want some.
As you begin trying to reason with him, Terry screams out in a rage and reaches over and grabs hold of you up against the wall.
Was that his move?
Oh, that was Orlando failing horribly.
Okay. Damn.
Whose move is it now?
His.
I think.
Let's go for 3.
Orlando,
Yeah?
as your body slams into the wall,
Wait, slams? I don't get a reaction roll?
You fucked up your roll, and the consequence was he grappled you.
you didn't just fuck it up. You fucked it up 3 times.
Although he gets a 0 on his
but
roll.
The way that would work, though, so it gives him a free action?
Yeah.
I'm not understanding how combat works in this.
Out of character. technically aren't rules for combat at all. So we've made our own and made them turn-based.
Okay,
Gotcha.
So, provided that you didn't, literally entirely botch the roll,
That's not what I'm. Yeah, I wasn't arguing that. I was trying to understand the system.
then he
though.
wouldn't have gotten a free action.
Wait a second. No, can we? I need to redo that roll.
oh yeah.
Take a closer look at it.
Oh,
Bunch of
shit.
D6s.
Go ahead.
Technically, I got 2 10s.
Go ahead.
My bad. Sorry, I was looking at my recent chat lines and I'm just like, D6s? When did I start using those?
So trying to
One,
reason with him, he got
2,
3
3.
successes.
3 successes.
All right,
Okay.
Jesse.
That makes a lot more sense.
Thank God you fucked up.
Hey, no successes from him. So if 3 failures was bad, 3 successes over nothing has got to be good. And if 3 failures is a colossal fuck up, 3 successes has to be a colossal victory.
As we rewind the situation, that didn't happen like that style.
Well, in this case, that mechanically couldn't have happened like that style.
Wait, actually, I'm an idiot.
I might as well have done this.
As you do in fact try to reason with him,
82s.
stops for a second and almost shakes his head in a confused fashion.
You're getting to him.
As he does, he it's I can't control it. I can't control it. They gave me the technology.
Quaalude his ass.
They said it'll stop. But it hasn't stopped. Even the other people, they didn't stop it.
We'll figure out what we can to free you. Give us,
They're
while you're still able to talk, quick, give us something to work on. What is it?
it's
Nanomachines.
it's in my blood.
Yeah, the
You just need
morphine's
to-
in your blood.
It's in my blood. I can't get it out.
We need to strangulate him.
I was gonna say, I must let you know I'm an expert at exsanguinations.
You're
It's
dick.
not even real.
That's not a real word.
It feels so cold.
Yes. This sounds
can't-
familiar. Is the morphine starting to work on him? It sounds like he's fading.
No, I think he's coming back.
And
Is
he reels back in a sense of rage once again, as you notice all 4 of his arms now cock back in an almost ready-like position.
Oh shit!
He's readying.
It's
some-
punchy time.
Yeah.
All right.
He's readying the quad punch of death.
All right, so now it is his turn. Yes, Jesse, or was his turn spent monologuing?
No, that
Oh.
was Terry.
We weren't sly dogs that got him monologuing.
Terry, also, why did you roll 8 D2s?
To say he might as
Oh.
well have done that when he fucked up by rolling the wrong dice.
Oh, okay.
All right, Jesse, it's Mr. Bossman's turn.
As his arms lock back into position, you notice the goggles turn and focus on Walter.
Oh, yeah, thank God he's wearing Fucking illuminated goggles.
Yeah.
Walt, dexterity and athletics.
Disney?
You only need to beat one.
Good
You
thing I
got
have
this.
no athletics, you fucker.
Listen, maybe you should do some cardio then.
Go for a jog once in your life, man.
I think I beat it.
2 successes.
He swings both of his bottom arms at Walter's kidneys, and just as he does,
My kidneys are in my back.
just
Sorry,
as he
continue.
does, you take an almost cat-like reflex step backwards, and both of his fists collide into each other. Hear the reverberations of his fists slam together.
That's super shitty. Alright. We're on to Thorfinn.
Trevor,
Kill him.
Kill him.
your turn.
I'm supposed to kill him, though.
I mean, I'd recommend going for the Achilles tendon. His back is to you now.
Yep.
Cripple him. Alright.
They
Oh.
wanted him alive. We don't need him mobile.
Fair. Fair point. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Since his back is turned, I'm gonna just stab him in the
Paralyze him.
paralyze. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean,
If
I
I'm
guess you.
paralyzing him. I'm stabbing him in the spine.
I mean, if
Remember-
you want above C4, breathe no more. So
I
go
was
for
gonna
like
say that.
C5 and 6.
Oh my god. Oh god, you guys are horrible. Yeah, I guess we'll go for the immobilization with the chance of recovery one day down the line. The fucking Achilles heel. Okay, we're gonna go there.
Okay, Sherlock Holmes.
Strength and melee, difficulty of 8.
Can I use dexterity? Dead or no?
He is trying to finesse at a specific body part, Jesse.
Yeah, it's not really like a brute force thing. I'm trying just to cut a rather weak tendon. They don't need a whole lot of force. It's more along precision than like finesse. Yeah.
It's still going to be strength and melee, though.
Yeah.
The
Gay.
difficulty is upped because you're targeting a specific part.
Ah.
It's what 3 and
Fake
4
and
for something?
also gay.
Fake also gay. When did I hit caps lock?
Yeah, you're allowed to say that now, Kyle. It's not gay month anymore.
Three passes.
3 successes.
Do I successfully make contact?
On his giant hulking arms, I feel like it'd be a little hard.
He's trying to cut the
Uh,
Achilles tendon on his heel.
Even easier. Man skips leg day.
And Jesse, you have to also remember his back is turned, so he should get attack of opportunity.
Nobody shouldn't even.
That's
know
why
him.
it was difficulty 8, not 9.
Oh. He still got that 1 success on him.
Yep.
Does Trevor fucking slash his Achilles tendon?
Trevor, roll strength plus 3.
So that's again 6, right? Yeah. 6. I'm missing the hashtag 6d10. So 1
1
pass.
success.
You quick dive down and swipe your dagger across the ground and upwards fashion, slice directly through his Achilles tendon.
Yes.
As you notice that his left leg goes down and limp, collapses on one knee. It's tearing me apart!
They're tearing me
Lisa!
Lisa!
Next, it's Walt's turn, right?
I don't even know what I should do.
Yep.
What should I do?
Fucking Quaalude the motherfucker.
Is that something I can do, Jesse?
He's literally
in front of you and now
on his knee
semi-incapacitated.
screaming.
Alright, can I just shove Quaaludes down his throat?
Sure.
What do I gotta roll for that?
I'll
I'd say strength brawl.
Oh god, this is gonna be a bad roll. I can feel it now in my
False.
bones.
Brawl is for unarmed. He's armed with the Quaaludes. Melee.
Quaaludes are not a fucking melee weapon.
It's
In
literally
normal
the same.
circumstances.
One
Either way, it's gonna be the same
You
roll.
let him
Doesn't
use
matter.
melee or
Doesn't matter.
firearms?
Doesn't matter. It's the same roll.
he was trying to flick the Quaaludes right down his throat. It's firearms. Either way, he got a success. All three of those.
Trying to gingerly toss popcorn into his mouth here, okay?
Well, he
Let the
is
flexion
screaming
go.
out right now. It's an easy target.
So Walt tries to shove Quaaludes down his throat, and
As he reels back and screams out whilst limping down on one knee, Walt quick uncaps the bottle of Quaaludes and shoves it into his mouth as his mouth opens. As he begins to force the bottle back and forth in an almost barbaric fashion, therefore forcing the pills down his throat.
Alright, is it my turn?
It's now your turn.
Alright,
you missed the part where I took one pill out and saved it for myself and put it in my pocket for later.
so I'm gonna grab a second thing of morphine. I'm gonna mention out loud, this is probably enough to kill a man, and I'm gonna stab him
Yeah, I
in
just
the,
gave him enough loons to overdose him, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but he should be down already, so I'm gonna stab him in the neck.
Oh god.
His back is to me, and he's down on one knee, so I stab him in the neck with a second thing of morphine and plunge. What am I
Already
rolling?
in melee.
Uh,
I'm gonna give you the liberty and say that you're not on the ground anymore and that you've clambered yourself back to your feet.
yeah, one success.
You reach into your bag and grab another syringe full of morphine. As you do, aim for his neck, but instead you miss and hit the back end of his shoulder. But regardless, you still push the plunger all the way in.
Out of character, I just want to say, if you've ever watched the ending of Bioshock 1, it ends with the giant bronze dude getting jumped by like 15 little sisters who start stabbing the shit out of him with their atom needles.
Yeah.
That's how I'm imagining this fight is going right now. He's just getting stabbed with
like
Jake's. Trevor's stabbing him with a knife. I'm stabbing him with syringes. Jake's shoving pills down his mouth.
It's fine. He'll come out of this on top. It's fine.
What was his 3 successes?
That was willpower.
Okay. What, to fight
You
getting
jab
knocked
it in
unconscious?
And push the plunger all the way down in. Carrie, your turn.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't really carry drugs. So I'm a little.
I mean, you did successfully calm him down and talk to him for a second there whilst he's in a fucking
Drug-addled
drug-induced
trance.
rage. Okay? So
You're not pointless. You have a use here.
He's also should be, a little bit more chilled the fuck out now that we've dosed him 3 times.
Heavily.
Like, this guy's way past the point of, I'm gonna need to resuscitate him.
Way past cool.
out of character. That's what the willpower rolls are for, to make sure his heart doesn't instantly stop while you're injecting him with large doses of morphine.
Well, I mean,
every turn he should have to take that to see when the fucking drugs kick in.
I think he has been, honestly.
We're getting there.
Luckily, I've saved the bad guy a couple times already, so I've got some experience with this. You could say
I'm
I'm
gonna
something of a
try and reach
scientist
him again
myself.
and just tell him, let the drugs take over.
Calm down.
It'll be a good time if you do.
We don't want to put more in your system than we have to.
But
and
we will.
It'll help you
Already
calm
have.
down, get back to you. Once you're back to yourself, and you will be back to yourself, you can fight this. We'll figure something out together.
Power of friendship.
Charisma and empathy.
More like power of please don't fucking kill us.
God damn! 2, 4, 5 passes.
As Harry begins to once again try to reason with him, as he's slumped over on one knee, now see the other knee hit the ground. As notice the two arms on his back slowly begin to shrink and suck back into his body. As his body falls limp and lifeless on the ground.
Did we like kill him? Did his heart finally fail?
Are combat rolls still going, or can I just check his pulse real quick to make sure he's alive?
I can't.
Okay, he's talking.
Okay.
I can't keep going.
You can just stay with us. Come on. Look at us, we're right here. My name's Terry. You can come back with us, and we'll figure something out. We'll go back to...
The drug addict's apartment.
Yeah.
You're taking him to my place!
We'll go somewhere safe.
It's too much.
Who are you working
As his
with?
body limp falls over on the ground, Perch runs up and puts his finger to his neck, pulls the wetsuit away, and in fact still notices a pulse.
Oh, thank
It's
Christ.
slow, but it's still a pulse.
I'm
Yeah,
taking his
morphine will
night
do
vision
that.
goggles,
Morphine and
quite
ludes will
frankly.
do that to you.
Dude, I pushed like 60 milligrams of morphine.
Yeah, again, though, I'm taking his night vision goggles. I don't have those for personal use. They'll come in handy.
Okay, I'll allow that.
He's unconscious. He doesn't know.
I mean, it's a thing I normally do when playing these types of games.
I'll
Is there
allow that.
anything on
Can I
him
take his
worth
shoes?
taking?
Thor now
Fuck.
loots a
Take his shoes. What
pair
the-
of night vision goggles.
I lied, I want the GIMP mask.
Roll, Thor, roll perception and awareness for me.
Perception, which is 3, and awareness is 2, so 5. 5d10. I'm gonna somehow be like, I don't know what night vision goggles are.
0.
Yep.
You don't know what night vision goggles are.
As you pull the night vision goggles off of his head, you think to yourself, man, I don't have a pair of these. And plop them on top of your head.
Oh, this feels like a bad mistake all of a sudden.
Out of character. No, it's not a bad mistake. You now have a pair of night vision goggles. I was just hoping that you would notice something on.
Oh, alright.
Alright,
NVGs are useful.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna suggest. I want to get one of Thorfinn's throwing knives. I want to go out to the stanchions, pull out the rope part as much as I can, and cut off like 3 or 4 of them, tie them into a long rope, tie that fucker up, and then carry him back to
My car.
yeah.
I'm gonna say that you successfully in fact do go out and grab a bunch of the stanchion ropes. But
Jesse, I'm fine for just taking 10 on
I want
on
you
this
to
dragging
I want you
him.
to roll crafts
Oh, okay.
and dexterity. Dexterity and crafts.
No successes. I'm tying knots, Jesse. I'm a fucking fisherman.
I didn't see what your roll was. Hold on.
5481.
I'll give it to you. You, in fact, managed to tie up a bunch of stanchion ropes to a sort of pseudo. I don't know what that.
I'm
tie knot.
Yeah, sure. I'm literally just trying to secure the
Don't
bastard.
tie him.
I'm securing him for his own safety, Terry.
Fine.
As you're attempting to tie his arms and legs together, binding fashion, you feel his muscles twitch as he starts to pull himself off of the ground.
Uh,
Bring him in.
I'm gonna tie him up double fast so we have him fucking secured.
As he falls lifelessly back on the ground again.
Check his pulse.
Yeah, I better check his pulse again, make sure he's not dead.
Again.
Quick, put your finger to his neck, and no, he's not dead. There is still a pulse.
Right, I really don't want to resuscitate this guy on our way to the hospital, or are we interrogating him, or are we gonna drop him off at fucking
We're
Orpheus?
taking him to Orpheus. That's what we're doing. That was our mission. Let's go.
I feel kind of bad, but all right.
No, wait. Orpheus.
You want
This
to
is the
interrogate him first?
organization that kidnapped us and sent them after this guy who clearly doesn't want to go back. What are we going to turn him in for? A bunch of crowns?
They owe me a boat.
This was our mission. This was our mission the whole time. They wanted us to do this, and that's what we're doing.
Why are we agreeing to go on missions for people that we don't work for?
I don't know. You tell me why you came along.
Why's
Because
Walt
you
being
guys
a
came
bootlicker
along,
all
and
of a
I
sudden?
really prefer you didn't end up dead. But
Out of
this
character.
is
I love
just
this roleplay. Keep it going.
I say we bring him back to Orpheus. That's that.
If we bring him back, they're going to turn him into something even worse.
Or they'll fix him.
They're not going to fix him. They made him this way.
And
And
since
they neglected
then,
him for the next 5 years.
the company's been in and out.
In and
Changing
out
hands
what?
and changing things. We don't know if they're doing bad experiments or if they're trying to fix the shit they did in the past.
Within just the past 5 years? That's not a long time.
As
We don't have enough information to want to turn him over yet.
Terry and Walt are
In a hotel room, put him up there for a little bit. When he comes to, we can get a little more information and make a decision after that.
I finish tying him up and like hoist him up on my shoulder and say, I don't care what we're doing with him, but tell me where I'm going, man.
You can't tell me you feel good about an organization that kidnapped you and is sending you here with minimal information.
I wasn't
Who's
kidnapped
that
the
directed
second
to?
time.
What?
I wasn't kidnapped the second time.
Well, we were.
Out of character, yeah. He's right. Jake wasn't kidnapped the second time. He was very nicely asked to come along.
It's because you had a completely different agent.
Everything. At every junction. This isn't an organization we can trust. If they start being a little more transparent, maybe we can make decisions that involve working with them more. But as it stands, they want us to go out, risk our lives with minimal information. We have to pull teeth to even find out the face and name of the agent we were going after. They're not run well. Linking up with them at this point, with what they're sharing for us, is asking for them to send us out on a mission just like they sent this guy out on, where he disappeared for the next 5 years, along with his whole crew almost dying.
Yeah, and if we take him back now, what's the chances that maybe we'll get more information and we'll actually be invited to learn more things about Orpheus? This man means
But
nothing.
what are equally the chances that they send us out on another mission with direction from somebody who is equally socially inept, not to mention strategically inept,
I'm
until we
not
just
dead.
die and
You're
then they
not
find a
dead.
new crew?
No one's dead. We got the guy. Our mission was to get the guy. We take
No
him
one's
back, and
dead.
that's
His
it.
whole group is dead.
Yeah, I don't care about them. My mission was to get this guy.
Why are you agreeing to go on missions for these guys? They're not paying you.
What else am I gonna do?
All right. I'm
What?
gonna have to agree with Terrence on this. We should probably just haul the guy off to a.
I'm not saying never give him back, but I'm saying there's no harm in getting more information first.
And potentially him hulking up and going nuts again.
Pause. Out of character. Do either of you want to try to overpower the other one with speech?
I'd rather handle this through RP.
Okay.
Yeah.
In character. Continue.
Anyway, I pipe up and say I kind of have to agree with Terrence on this. We should probably stash the guy in a hotel room and interrogate him. Then we can decide whether we're turning him into Orpheus or not. I've got
Sure.
4 more vials of morphine, so we can knock him back out if need be.
Thor,
I'll tell
you're a
you what.
seasoned guy.
I'll
They're
tell
not
you what.
paying you. You're along for this just like us, I would assume.
I'll tell you what. Take him to a
What?
hotel and do whatever you want, but if things start to happen, I'm leaving immediately. On your own. And I will go to Orpheus and tell them we have them. That is my stipulation. You can do whatever you want, but as soon as things go awry, I'm going to Orpheus.
I don't know why you want to put so much trust in them.
Why do I have no reason to not trust them?
Kidnapping once, kidnapping us again, minimal information. They're clearly doing something shady with this guy. How is that no reason not to trust them?
Because if we continue to work with Orpheus, there's a chance we could get Jarrett back.
We can still get Jared back. Or are you saying that they're holding him hostage so that will work for them? That's the kind of organization you want to work with?
I got nothing better to do.
Ooh.
At the very least, we can talk to this guy before we take him back.
That's what
Just
I'm
ask some
saying.
questions,
You guys
you
can
know?
do whatever you want. Ask all the questions you want. But if shit goes awry and we can't handle it, like I said, I'm going to Orpheus, and they're gonna finish
And
up what
wait.
we started.
You're willing to work with the shadiest of organizations and risk everybody's life and potentially doom a man who's been through enough already just because you have nothing better to do on a Friday?
Yeah, basically. I don't understand what the problem is. This was our mission objective. We should be completing our mission objective.
Come on, guys. Kiss and make up. This guy's really fucking heavy.
Shut your fucking mouth, you old
You will
fuck.
stand there and hold him, old man.
Church, roll strength and stamina.
7.
I'll go along with what you guys are saying. But
3
if it
successes.
goes bad and things start to go even worse, we have to go back to Orpheus.
You feel the weight bear on your shoulders, but again, it's nothing that you haven't already experienced on.
That's my only stipulation. I'm fine with doing what you want to do, but if things go bad and we
Well,
can't handle
either
it,
way,
we have
we
to go to
agree to
Orpheus.
begin with to give him the chance to explain to us what's going on. If he doesn't, yeah, we'll figure out from there. I'm not committing to going back to Orpheus with anything. But for now, we all agree that the next option, or the next move, is to get him somewhere safe, a hotel somewhere, and we can talk to him when the when he wakes up.
Sure thing.
We should probably
Peachy.
tie his arms though when we get there, just to be on the safe side, just in case he. Because
Kyle already tied
The
them.
supply of
They
drugs.
already tied. Okay, I missed that then. Sorry.
Well, I say, Peachy, there's a hardware store between here and the closest hotel. Let's stop and get some chains. I don't think these stanchions are going to hold very long if he hulks out again.
So are we just, from this point, are we just going to, like, basically end where we are now since it's late?
As you all
Yeah.
As you all recollect yourselves and make your way out of the decrepit and broken down zoo, you all get back into Walt's car, and The three of you are now fairly crammed in the back seat with this man.
Weekend at Bernie's style.
As you drive off, you do in fact stop at a nearby hardware store that happens to be open 24 hours.
Convenient.
As you pick up a few padlocks and even some long lag bolts to bolt down into the floor or walls, drive off and find the nearest hotel room, and as you do, the clerk at the counter asks you how he can help you tonight, as Church and Thor stand there with the man hoisted in between their arms.
Weekend at Bernie's style.
You ask for 2 rooms.
Jesse,
As
hold on.
one
Can
of
I
you,
make a story concession? We're in the seedy part of town, correct?
yeah,
Can I walk up to the guy in the hotel and say, "Hey, Randy, I just need the usual," and then slam $200 on the counter, and then just walk off to my normal room?
out of character, no, because you said you don't come to town much, so...
But if we're in the shitty
wouldn't
part of
have a
town, we
usual.
had to drive out.
No, I agree. Let's just.
As the...
Wait, why did we bring the body to the counter?
We Weekend at Bernie walked him in, so he looks like he's drunk.
I agree. We should have left him in the car with somebody.
Hey. Yeah, I'll
As
just
you-
say our mate here is...
request 2 rooms, the employee at the desk looks over at all of you and shakes his head and just says, "Okay, I guess. Here, go have your fun," and passes you 2 keys.
Thank you.
Are these 2 connected
you-
rooms with 2 doors? A
Sure,
door connecting in the middle? Okay, good.
they are adjoining rooms.
Thank you.
As you enter the one room, you tie the man, or as far as you know, Agent George, to the bed. Chain him down and drive the lag spikes into the walls to hold the chains in place.
Not getting our deposit back.
It's a shitty Motel 6. It doesn't matter.
You
Probably a
all
red roof in.
walk off into the other room. That, friends, is where our story concludes for tonight.
Woo!
And in addition to the 3 experience that you guys have already received from the last mission, I will give you all 3 more. Kyle, on the other hand, will receive 5.
Wait,
Ooh.
what?
Wait, why do I get 2 more?
Well, you
Oh, is it 'cause I
splattered a
beamed
spider
both of
monkey
those?
on the wall, and then
Hey, I
You-
killed a puma!
Hulk-style javelined fucking tension through a gorilla's head.
Jake does raise a good point, though. He also murdered that puma.
Pretty damn well, I may add.
Jake gains 4, and Orlando also gains 5.
Because he
Yes,
talked
is
him down.
pacified?
Trevor, I'm sorry that you didn't accomplish any amazing feat.
Yeah, that's fine. I was there.
Wait, hold on.
He slit the dude's Achilles tendon. I'd say give him 4.
All right, 4.
And
So
Jesse,
9, 10. Oh, wait, I get 4 experience added on.
you get 7 because 3 from the first. Jesse never gave us experience when we finished the last game.
I thought he did.
No.
I forgot.
So
Yep.
I get 7 experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
17 experience points.
I'm up to 15. And I know we're only halfway through the mission, Jesse. But I'm going to give you 5 storyteller points for this. This was very good.
I liked it. Tone was good. Interesting sort of twist with stuff, and take advantage of a chance to use animal enemies That's different.
It's definitely different. I'm not used to that.
I
That's for
love the
sure.
spider monkey in the beginning. Christ, that was my favorite part.
I'm curious.
Yeah,
to
I gotta say
where
that
this
was
will go. I do
that was
really
probably one of the better parts.
All right, I'm very excited for next whenever when
Yeah,
when
we'll see
we
where it goes. I
conclude
really
this.
want to work with Orpheus, but they're proving at every point to be at
And
best
see, and that's
inept,
and
at
that's why I kind
worst
of think
shady.
my character is taking the stance where we should just do what they want us to do, so we can get the information.
You see, my problem is we've been doing what they want us to do, and they've given us no additional information. At this point, it just looks kind of stupid for us to continue to go. They'll change.
I mean, you never know. That's why I think my character. That's why I want my character to like kind of be on board with what's going on. I want to get there and get into Orpheus and learn what Orpheus is doing. So anything to get on their good side, I guess, is what I'm trying to like.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could
say.
easily end up there if Orpheus at any point seemed like they had any sort of end game that made sense.
I do also
Well,
like that this mission has now caused the great schism between the longtime friends of Walt
No, I
and
wouldn't say it was a schism. We're just trying to like, we were hashing out what would be the best thing to do, which is why I eventually agreed. But I feel like did you also agree that if things go wrong, then yeah, we'll go to Orpheus. We kind of came to a.
I agreed that that's on the table, but I can't until I see something from Orpheus that inspires even a little bit of faith. I don't think I can agree with that because of the fact that yeah, we go to Orpheus, and what they're really going to do is probably just recruit somebody from a fucking orphanage somewhere and say, "Hey, you guys should figure out how to stop the Hulk." Because that so far, that's what we've seen that they're capable of. They've got a bunch of people
Yeah,
who act
Jesse,
really tough,
you
do
need some more
really
transparent characters.
yeah. So far, all they do is go, "Well, we can't tell you anything, but we really need you to do this." So, and then stare at us until we do it. So at some point, we have to kind of stop doing it. Otherwise, we can't have any complaints about the way they're operating because clearly it's fucking working.
I think we're going to hopefully get some good information out of this man, and then at the very least, when we go back to Orpheus, if we decide to turn him in, we can be like, hey, so here's what we fucking know now from interrogating this guy. Fill in the fucking
Interrogating's a bad
blanks.
word, but I know what you mean.
For me, best case scenario is, he says something, we're able to come up with some way we can reconcile Orpheus not being awful with that and figure out a way to convince him to do that, and Orpheus ends up somewhat agreeable. I get like no matter what, they're going to be a somewhat shady organization, but if they're out and out the villains from the description we have, and even when they're not, they're out and out incompetent, which makes me think that if we started our own business, we'd literally lap them in effectiveness.
Well,
Which is not
I mean,
necessarily where I want to go with the campaign at this point, but it makes no sense to literally work for a bunch of fucking idiots. Especially since, you would say, well, they have the resources to actually do things, but they're not. So far, we haven't gotten any of those resources. We haven't gotten any sort of peek at what they can do. They haven't even told, we had to pull teeth to get the idea that you can project out of them. So they're all but useless to us.
I mean,
And meta knowledge there is
Agent
at
Mayong
least
definitely told you that there are ghosts and there are ghostly powers. Just there's certain ways to access them, and some of them you might not like.
After a whole lot of stuff, we already knew there were ghosts. So after a whole lot of stuff, we finally got, yeah, there are ways to access it, and I could help you do that by shooting you in the face.
I mean, to be
That's
fair,
how
he
you
said
gotta hype me up for a mission.
I mean, he said, yeah,
It was a
you can
threat.
do it, but there's I can't help you do it unless you want me to kill you. Which is arguably a way to become a ghost. Unfortunately.
Sure, but an otherwise utterly unhelpful statement when literally I was just trying to get. Because again, I'm not entirely sure what the characters know as far as projection works. So I'm just trying to get to a
Yeah.
point where I can unequivocally say that, like, I am aware that projection is a thing so that I can start making that a goal.
Well, let me put it to you this way. You guys pretty much accomplished everything I wanted you to accomplish this time.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume you didn't want us kidnapping the guy and wanted us to just bring him back, but curves.
Actually, out of character meta knowledge, no, I wanted you to kidnap him.
Hey, we didn't kidnap him.
I mean, we sort of have
you
him chained
hogtied
up.
him and is
Okay.
now chained to a bed.
I understand that, but given the way that he was actually interacting, I think it's fair to say that he would be okay with the plan overall, that we would want to, A, make sure that he's not hurting anybody or himself, and B, trying to figure stuff out with him. That isn't what calmed him down. I'm sure he's a much bigger fan of that than, all right, time to drag him back to Orpheus, boys.
Yeah, at least
Yeehaw.
at least when he comes to, he'll be in a nice, comfy bed, and we'll be like, "Hey, man."
Maybe he freaks out at first because he's in chains, and we just say, "Hey, it's just a precaution. Don't worry. If you feel like you can handle it,
Hey, wake
we'll
up!
take him off."
You were caught crossing the border.
Yeah.
No, just no.
Oh, you're finally awake.
We
Not
think
even
that
last night's storm could
we're the
wake
player
you.
characters. Realistically, he is the player character, and his game is about to begin. We're all about to die.
Then we're all gonna play as parts of his personality. All right. Well,
No,
it's
we're
been
all gonna play as one arm.
Oh, what is that? Yeah, isn't there a game that you do that?
Quap.
Where, like, yes, every person controls a different limb, and you gotta somehow accomplish literally anything.
That's called Voltron.
Oh
I'll
no,
form the head.
there's a game that Trevor's. I know what he's referring to too.
Like, I have no remembrance of what it's called, but there is a game where it's like a 5-player co-op, and you all control a limb.
Oh God, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's like insane. From what I remember, granted, this is going back a while, so who
Well,
knows
if
anymore.
we figure out what that game is, I'll link it in the description below. Thanks for tuning in, guys, but it's late, and we'll see you in the next one.
Ciao.
Next story.
All right, later, Gators.